If you are a new subscriber, Smoochy Boochie, thank you for being here. My name is Sophia, and this is Divinity Within Me, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. So, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, this scarf today, so I've been rocking these green eyebrows, right? Been super liking it, but I wanted to go with the pink, right, to match my hair and obviously the scarf. And I can't help but feel that I feel this inner, I put on this berry color, right? In the berry color. And I can't help but feel like, what is that? Strawberry shortcake, right? I'm like, ooh, I like strawberry shortcake. So, um, this could mean something to you guys, a special type of baked good or strawberries or a certain type of strawberry cake or something like this could mean something to you. Also, like the nostalgia of um, children, like past cartoons, things like this, right? This could also mean something. Um, let me make sure. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay. Feedback. Okay. So, anyways, it could be bringing some type of nostalgia. Like, I love this. Look at all these colors. I'm gonna make it like a little hat. That's what I feel like. Like a little hat. I feel like I came from times that was more little hats, so maybe make it more like a flower, right? You think better? I'm not gonna lie though, because before this, when I was looking at it, I was getting this Shelley Duvall vibe. I don't know how old you guys are, but this so it's like this nostalgia of these old shows, right? These old shows from when we're um like kids, right? So there is something relevant here, something super relevant here about um maybe the inner child at this time, obviously, because it's very colorful and it's very playful and it's very nostalgic. Um, if you are new here, I'm a psychic channel and medium, and I talk to all kinds of helpful spirits and beings that are here to help us, to help raise the consciousness of the planet and to kind of connect further, right? And to give more clarity or information. Sometimes I'm received prompts and signs, visuals, and they want me to talk about today basically how you guys, I told this yesterday, um, how you guys can actually tap your abilities, right? Because as we're rising in consciousness collectively, we're actually able to tap into more of these skills. So just because really want to have like this crazy mission, of course, but it doesn't mean that other people can't also channel. It doesn't mean that other people can't also use other forms of divination, not in an evil sort of way, but in a helpful sort. Not figuring everything out, but how do we get guidance? How do we tune into our inner intuition? How do we tune in to our inner guidance, right? And how, when we're using these energies, do we have to be aware? Because there is a karmatic balance, right? And so things are actually playing out. So, what they wanted me to touch base on with you guys is doing so I don't do spells. I'm not like a fucking kitchen witch. I mean, I am an alchemist in the kitchen for sure. But um I don't do spells or spell work. I really don't believe in that. That's dark magic. I don't deal with that. I like to help people do clearing, calling back powers, and do protection spells, right? Energizing their own self, their own energy, their own beings, right? Like we don't need to put spells. There is something very okay. So actually, I'm picking up. Sometimes I get signs in remote viewing. So stay with me. It's like ADHD a little bit. That's how it is all the time being a channel. Because there's many people that want to get messages across. So what they're telling me is since because it's this nostalgia for some of you guys, for some of the collective, you may have had people targeting you or doing this, putting energy on you or spell work on you since you were a child. Okay, since you were very young. Okay, so this is relevant to my collective out there that that's off of, and that's probably why they're telling me about calling this back. Because for a long time, right, we're subject to our cultural programming, we're subject to what's going on around us. And so we don't really realize we're doing what we're taught. We're doing what we're told. We're not really understanding that there is or isn't a karmatic balance. At some point in your life, you do understand what is and isn't yours to carry, but so, protection spells, spiritual cleansing. Okay. After you do a cleansing, you can do a bath, you can do some type of herbs, salt mainly. Okay. You can even rinse in salt water. You can go to the ocean if you're close enough. Have the intention, do a cleanse. Imagine as the water is going over you, imagine as you immerse yourself that it's cleansing, that it's either clearing out or taking everything from. Um, and then gratitude practices and okay, so the way that it's like the law of correspondence, right? The way that the universe is responding is corresponding, it is by what you're agreeing to, right? So if we're grateful, right, like, okay, I don't know what's happening next, but you know what, I'm really grateful, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to put a color that makes me happy or a bow or whatever, that's like, this is cute. This is happy. This is joyful. This makes me smile. This makes my nervous system feel good, right? And kind of really go into that, right? Really be into that and be grateful for even the little things, for even the smallest things, because there's some things that we don't realize that it seems simple to us, but after you've been traumatized, so whether you had and just waking up from the system and the traumatization, right, of the manipulation of the narcissistic abuse, the vampiric nature of the cultural programming and systems at May, since those are existing, and that's what we're kind of cleansing ourselves of. Find little things. Find little things to be grateful for. Find small little things to be grateful for. Whether it's like, oh, I'm loving this color pink. Oh, I'm loving that I maybe because it's really hot and I get, oh, I love that I get to work from a space and get to chill, get to relax my body, right? Like I'm so grateful. So start off like not every prayer has to be begging or pleading. So many people don't get to the space of being in prayer or praying or being showing gratitude. And how you can do part of that is by making the gratitude journals, gratitude lists, or just expressing the gratitude. Whether you do it at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, and you're like, you know, I'm really grateful. Like, I'm really grateful for the color pink. It really makes me feel happy. It really brings joy to my heart, whatever. It can be whatever, the smallest thing, or it can be something big. And every day, because the universe is responding to what you're putting out, you're like, oh, I'm really grateful for this delicious meal. You're going to get more delicious food. You're really grateful for simple things. You're going to get more, right? This is the law of attraction. This is something that is repeating itself in a sense. So it's important that as we pray, we're not just praying for help or when we're in need, but we're in reverence. We're in a form of reverence. We're in a form of gratitude. This is why a lot of religions give offerings. Now, we don't have to do crazy sacrifices, right? We don't have to do that. It said that it was already, everything was already whatever, right? That's why we're having this human experience. What we can do is we can be grateful. We can say, you know what, I'm thankful. This is another day. We get to start over. We get to try something different. The whole world can change. A lot can happen. My auntie used to tell me, a lot can happen in 24 hours. So don't make it your consistent program that is going to be something, that something is going to be negative. Start and end your day with something positive, something of gratitude. Because otherwise, karmatically, we want to, okay, yeah, we want to see how the karma is going to come back on people, but they want me to also input you guys with how to be aware, right? When we're playing with higher level frequencies, when we're playing with magic, there is consequences to trying to take somebody else's destiny, to try to take somebody else's what was given to them. It's almost like um it's almost like what I'm seeing is like somebody in filing or somebody in the system basically was like redirecting collectives like blessings, collectives like wishes, manifestation, like whatever returns, and other people were giving them that, like they were swapping out, like someone was in the file, in the paperwork system, in the higher system, right? Yeah, yeah. And collective started asking for guidance. And so actually it was flagged on a higher divine level. Okay. So yeah, they're saying there's a difference also as we clear past cords, connections, contracts, agreements that we made that were made from a different place that we now no longer agree to, that are no longer in support of our highest timeline, right? We we ask we ask for the guidance, we ask for the understanding, and then that's when they start to show us. We will start to see. Sometimes someone will show up and you'll be like, what is this, what is that, how is this so connected, like how do you know? Now of course there is also fucking weird people out there that are stocky, and like maybe they, you know, a lot about you, and you should know the difference. That's when you're turning into your intuition and you can feel the difference. um, so it's really important for you guys to clear yourself energetically, spiritually, clear yourself, cancel or end all agreements that are no longer serving you. um, eh, Ask for the protection, right? Ask your guides for the protection, for the guidance, for the clarity to be able to see, to be able to know the difference, right? They're super here to help you, right? Everybody has angels, guides, oversouls. They got little teams, different little team members are coming in to work through the different scenarios that you have. And so basically what they're showing me is now it's like, now whatever you have been neglected of, or what has been swapped or been taken away from collective since they were a small child, is going to be returned sevenfold. Okay. And if not more, but it's like all of it. I don't know what that means. It's like there's been a really long time, like a lot of amount of stuff that has been uh, taken, removed, whatever, something like this. So all of it, it's quite a lot, something like this. I don't understand. Dear universe, let's make some sage, because they said sage is important. The cleansing is important. Collective is important. Have a big mission to accomplish. So don't be in fear, but no, feel like you need to be not going somewhere, or avoiding people, or avoiding something, and you feel really strongly about it. You should probably listen to it. You should definitely do what you feel internally, not like what you feel is socially acceptable. Like sometimes we're going to have to walk away from things, and we're not going to understand why on the front end, not going to understand later, much later on the back end. You can do 3 circles in front of you, above you, behind you. Dear universe, source, creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, ancient deities, galactic federation of love, light, animal spirits, and elemental spirits, all of those of the highest vibrational frequency of love and light, here to direct and guide us to our highest and best possible outcome and timelines. We thank thee for your presence, for your direction, for your clear and concise and precise messages, for your guidance, and mostly for your presence. So mote it be. So, guys, let's figure out what this. Let's figure out this means. So, yeah, if me doing a video about what do you call it? About all of these things, I should actually probably just do it. Hello, everybody. Hello, world peace, free Palestine. Get rid of the baby eating pedophiles. What is this? Strength. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, for many, if you are here, collective, I'm sending you all of the love and the support here. May any monitoring spirits or handlers or handling spirits, beings, or entities go blind, deaf, dumb, and insane if they interfere in our clear, high vibrational, loving channel. Okay, so mote it be. Yeah, so this is basically saying the same thing. Okay, strength, 7 of cups, ukimochi, which is transformation, which is like death, and then the 8 of cups. So for some of you guys, you needed to be strong. You needed to be strong, and you needed to be aware of all of the choices, all of the options that you've had coming at you. And this has taken a lot of strength. Okay, there's been a lot of things that have been put that you had to use your higher, more psychic, more in tune abilities. See this girl in the picture? She's really to know what is the best choice or option for some of you guys. These people that try to put these back to hurt you or remove your options or try to switch options with collective. Okay, for many of them, they could have wished you death when you wish them transformation. Um, and for a lot of you, you may have walked away from certain people or certain situations. Okay. You may have had the choice. Okay. You may have had the choice. You may have even been right to come back in a certain situation, collective. But instead, you went through the state of transformation and you walked away. You walked away. And as you walked away, as you didn't, as you realized it wasn't worth your time or energy, and you walked away, cups, as this was happening, um, it's like the universe increased your capacity for your intuition, right? Your ability. So every time it's like the way that I'm seeing it is it's like strength training, right? They're explaining it. Um, it's like this where it's like every time they give you a test, right? Every time they give you a test and you pass it, right? You follow your intuition, not the crowd, not what everybody else thinks, not what's like whatever, but when you actually follow your intuition here, okay? Then, and every time you choose yourself, every time you make the right choice, whether it feels good or not at the time, right? It's like, it creates this transformation. And a lot of the transformation has to do with walking away from things, walking away from a lot of different options, from a lot of different things that you knew their path. Okay. It's like you knew it was going to be the harder path, and you're like, but all these cups are Like, but I got all these cups and it's like transformation. Like, do you want to transform? Do you want to become, yeah, look at this power, Freya. This is actually four. So this is the emperor. So it's like collective actually steps into that warrior, that emperor, that creating this whole new foundation. So it's like um it may have taken strength, right? And what they're saying is like, but this strength, like your power or your leadership, right? Because this is Freya. Um, the leadership position or job positions or something that's basically this changes everything. This is opening up something. Six of Cups. It's like you reactivated, like some of these people did this to you. They did these terrible things to you, okay? They may have tried to They tricked you, they stole from you, they lied to you, they honeypotted you, they tried to poison you. There's a lot of different things that are happening here, right? And they were doing it all in hopes that they could off you, okay? They were really trying to unalive you, okay? Um, because you told them to walk away or because you were going to walk away from them. And instead, what happened is they keep trying to put you in these setup situations because they're trying to actually unalive you. And they're trying to put you in these situations, collective, but you are picking up on it. You're picking up on it. You're picking up on it. And you're actually, what it's done is it's actually transformed. You've walked away from these people, from these old patterns and these old people that keep you in this state, that kept you in the state of doubting your strength, of doubting your power. Yeah, Freya, of doubting this. Okay, these are people from the past. Again, this is somebody. These are people from your past, and I don't think they're just. I don't think that it's recent. These are people that have systematically abandoned you time after time after time, and you finally decide to collective. You're like, I'm not even abandoning you. It's like you don't even exist, right? Collective is just like you're dead to me. There is no um, there is no abandonment here, right? It's like you're just dead to me. Like you even up for negotiation, yeah, judgment in reverse, 10 of Swords. It's like don't even ask for forgiveness because you were part of this attack. Okay, so there's many people, okay? There can be 10, 15, or more, maybe 25 people that could have been involved in trying to take your home, your stability, some type of money, some type of like your kingdom, like your life's work, right? The king is begging her. Okay. This is Guinevere. Guinevere in upright, but in reverse. Okay. So this is like the judgment was a no. So it's like you can't ask for someone to look at something different. Okay. They're telling me also you need to be aware if people stabbed you in the back once, if they abandon you once, don't be so quick to accept. Okay, there will be people actually coming back from the past, okay, asking for forgiveness. For some of you guys, you need to hear this. You need the strength not to, okay, well, actually, it's dealer's choice, right? You need the strength not to do what they did same back to you. Now you can just be like, you know what, like I wish the same to you what you did to me, and that's just like karma, right? That's karma. Um, for some of you guys, this is already or has already happened. Okay, what they wished upon you, what they wished upon collective, what they did to collective, attacking them, making a whole turning a whole community against them. Someone is having someone is having like a social ego death right now. And where before they were trying to get everyone to gang up on Collective, and Collective was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be strong. I don't care. Like that old character is dead anyways. Like I'm good. I'm gonna walk away from all that and just go start a new, whole new, anew, right? ANEW. So it's like I'm walking away from the, you know, I'm hearing this song. I'm walking away. Some shit like this. You know, it's like I'm walking away and stepping into my power. Like I'm like the stuff from the past doesn't bother me. But for some of you guys, what's happened is all of the so just like the universal rewards were being blocked or being filtered to somebody else, like the money, the rewards, the finance, all of it was being filtered to somewhere else, to other people, and they were given collective more of the trials and more of the tribulations, like they were fucking switching the paperwork, right? Essentially, is what they're showing me. Um, because of that, so not only is collective going to be receiving for walking away, for being like, you know what, I don't really care, right? I don't really care. Like I'd rather have the truth than be stuck in this mental fucking prison of thinking that these people are supportive or care about me when they don't. When they don't, they turned on them. So all these people that went against collective now, these 10 or 25 people or whatever the fuck it is, um, a lot, a lot of people. Yeah. Tower. Um, yeah. They could be also Prince of Staffs in reverse. Um, a lot of people were fucking each other. That was their action. They were doing some type of yeah, it's over now. It's over now. They were collecting money. They were collecting money, energy, happiness. They were collecting it via sex magic. They were harvesting energy or you doing yeah, harvesting energy off of all these other people sharing it. Okay. Okay, guys. So what does that mean? Balance. Yamaja coming into play. Um, so the tower is coming out anyways. The world is the end. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is to them being free, them being single, them being something like this, them being alone and things coming into balance. Now, on the opposite side, collective was stepping into their power and stepping out from these old situations of the past. And now they have been here doing all of the inner work, the Nine of Pentacles, and they are now going to be maybe them being single, like alone, single or alone is now coming to an end. Okay. For many of them also, you may be traveling around the world to create some type of balance, your new job, your new, um, yeah, your new thing that's going to set this into balance is going to take you around the world. Okay. You're going to be independently wealthy, independently rich. But then I'm also sensing that this is coming to this person being single or by themselves, collective being by themselves, also coming to an end and a balance coming into play. That means, um, you know, balance. Yeah. Yeah. You have done all of the work, the 10 of staffs. You have put in all of the work. Yeah. No more heartache. No more heartache. Okay. Someone has had someone has had a like a heart opening, heart awakening, something like this. Okay. For some, there is somebody that is scared of the karma that is coming back to them, okay, because they wish some pretty gnarly stuff upon collective. They wish some pretty gnarly stuff, okay? And everything what they wished in the past, and this could be for some of them, this is people that have been doing it since they were small, okay? In the past, this is people that were close to you. This is family members, friends, like somebody. These are people that have been jealous for an extended amount of time, that have been putting out this energy, this spell work, and the universe finally got the memo. Somebody some knight, some prince, somebody came running in and told the universe, hey, 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 hey. Queen of Swords was like the whistleblower and was like, hey, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? Something is out of whack. And then they're just like, oh, Chad in the paperwork department has been filing collectives shit wrong and reallocating the collective's fortune, fame, blessings, all of this. They have been reallocating it to people that didn't deserve it for money. Ooh, that is gonna be a hot burn. That is gonna be a hot burn. You burn the universe. Oh, that was not a nice one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was not a smart move. You are not gonna be victorious. They did it all for the nookie, bro. Not victorious. Not very smart. Saraswati upside down. Ace of Cups upside down, like with the moon. So somebody thought that something was being that they could keep this secret, this secret thing, secret for a long time, and that's where they were done. Dum 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 dum. So they thought that they were being the hero by giving bad people, by giving bad souls, bad spirits that were having bad karma happen to them. They thought that they were being like the fucking Robin Hoods. Yeah, the magicians restructured. You see that movie Dragon? They're like, don't try to play God because you don't know what can happen. It's like that. That's like kind of the feeling that I'm feeling, which is like they basically tried to say this person gets so many blessings, like we're just going to redistribute it because we feel like that's being a good thing. We feel like we're being gracious by distributing someone else's wealth, someone else's blessings, someone else's dharma for everything that they've done to someone else who didn't feel their karma. So now what's going on? Woo! Fertility, the Empress, two of staffs with the Nine of Cups in reverse, um, and the Star. So what's happening is, as they wished to take away, to create, they wish to hop on this new path. They wish to take all of this from the Empress. They wish to take the Empress's fortune and start a new path, even though they didn't do the emotional work. It's not their wish. It's not their reward. It's not their reward. That's not their star. They're not the star. They're not the star because they didn't do the emotional work. They're going to be famous, that's for fucking sure, but I don't think they're going to like it. Like, they're going to be famous for their mugshot, maybe. Oh, watch out now. The King of Cups. So somebody who didn't want to be honest about their feelings is now trying to express their feelings. What about? Do we care? I'm just kidding. Prince of Swords. About small actions that could have led to different consequences. Now, okay, so some people are only backpedaling and wanting to ask or to beg for forgiveness because they realize that their actions that they wished upon collective is actually pretty fucked up. And they realize, shit, like we might get, like we wanted them to die, we wanted them to hurt, we wanted everyone to love, everyone that loved them to um abandon them. We you know what I'm saying, like they're worried. Okay, they're now worried about their karma, yeah, because everything they wish in the coming into play, and they don't get to leave, they don't get to go to this next place. This is something that they're trying to do. They were trying to hop the light warriors, the light seeds, the collectives. Yeah, they're trying to destiny swap. They're trying to hop collectives karma, or swap collectives. Dharma, they're good karma for their bad. And the thing is they're just not, yeah, they're just not created for it. 8 of Cups. They're not, you don't get it. You can't take on it. It's like you can't take on those type of blessings. They're too high frequency. They're showing me like a light, like a really strong light, and like these people, like a bug zapper, right? And because we're all beings of light, right? Human, so we're beings of light. So it's like they're showing these like light beings trying to go in and trying to like use somebody else's like at a airport security checkpoint or something. It's like put in your passport, or like what was that movie? The Fifth Element, and he's like multi-pass, whatever, right? And it's like that, and then they go in there, and then it's like like this light, this beam of light, then just like incinerates them. Maybe it's like a teleportation. Maybe it takes them somewhere else. I don't know. But the way it feels is more like, um, yeah, like a physical, like a total physical thing. Like they get taken out. So, yeah. Okay. So tell us. So tell us about this. Um, tell us about this. What is the magician? People have been doing actual actions, okay? People that you thought were close to you, that you thought loved you, that were your friends, that were close. They have been literally for an extended amount of time using magic, using spell work to emotionally, to mentally, emotionally, spiritually manipulate you, to just create all of these burdens on top of you, to make you feel not good enough, to make you um, feel like you don't have something to share, like you're not important, something like this. Keep you trapped in this mental prison, right? Of just thoughts. Okay, so for many of you guys, that could be why they're saying to do the cleansing, right? Is like you need to cleanse all of these thoughts, yeah, because what you're calling in, the law of right, the law of reflection, the um law of manifestation and abundance, right? If you want your happy endings, right? If you want to see your wheel turning in your favor, then it can't be sometimes from all these people that put all of these ideas or thoughts in your mind. For some of you guys, um, you have been questioning whether or not to take this new path. It's your choice. It's like red pill, blue pill, right? You can stay and put up with more of how people are speaking to you and treating you and stuff like this, and you can put up with more of that, and they'll give you more of that, right? Right? That's a lot. It's like you get more, right? The law of attraction, right? You get more of what you want. So it's like if you want to keep allowing people to do that, if you want to keep allowing yourself to be programmed by systems, if you want to do that, that is your choice. That is your free will choice, for sure. But for some of you guys, there is, and I was picking up on this very, very strongly, okay, for a lot of the collective, yeah, because you have worked so hard for so long and done everything that you've been asked to do, okay? These people that have systematically created this hurt, this heartache, that have taken from you, okay, that have treated you like a source of energy, whether that's physical, mental, sexual, emotional, whatever. They have done it for too long, and now the universe, like judgment day, is here. Like their time is already up, okay, already here, time is already up. Judgment, chariot, okay. um the Palace of Wands with the World and Faith. Okay, so yeah. And again, the Six of Cups. Okay, so there is also, and something that you knew was coming since you were small, something that you knew was yours, your wish fulfillment, right? your happy ending, whether that's a house, whether that's a trip, whether that's whatever it is, whatever you know that is. It could be in different places in the world, could be around the world. Okay. You've had faith. You have had faith and had endless faith. It's like blind faith. You've had blind faith in this collective. And because you've had blind faith in that, regardless of all of the people stabbing you in the back, it doesn't matter. It's like they're dead to you because you have something else that you can hold on to. You have this internal it's like you're not going to deal with people treating you like this. Okay? For some of you guys, it's this corporation, right? This corpse, corporation. Corpse is like dead, dead, dead people. So they can be doing also spells to okay, so this is what happened. They were doing also spells that were working with past lives people in the this is definitely like Mason, some type of occult something, okay? They were literally intentionally doing spells against your love and your happy ending. And you're taking them down now. Maybe this high priest, pope, mason, whatever the fuck they are. Yeah. You reap what you sow. They're gonna die. They're gonna die. And the high priestess knew that. And first they're gonna lose, or what may be happening is the person that they love, the people that they love may die first. They may have to watch it. Or there may be some type of really, I don't know, you guys. Now you need to remember not to feel bad, okay? To remain sovereign. Many of you guys, if you're feeling called to stay to yourself, you should do it. You should definitely do that. Okay? You should definitely stay in the space by yourself. Don't go out. For many of you guys, this can have to do with a Capricorn energy. It does not have to, but this devil energy. Okay? Temperance, strong Sagittarius energy. Yeah. They betrayed you. People that were close to you betrayed you over and over and over again and made you feel like you weren't good enough to get these opportunities when in reality, you don't have any missed opportunities, collective. If you're meant to do something, you're going to do it. And now it's like the universe is like offering it to you on a golden platter. And what's going to happen is like your enemies are going to have to watch you be served, like, or be in servitude towards you. Fuck those people. They try to kill and poison you. You don't want them to serve you shit. And they're fucking sketchy at best. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to watch you celebrate. They're going to watch you celebrate as you walk away from all this bullshit. From all the instability, the unstable people, all of this. They are going to get what is coming to them. Some of them, yeah, they're losing their partner. Okay? They're losing their partner. They're losing their love. Yeah, their lover. Okay? Yeah. And people from their past, maybe family members as well. There can be some really weird ancestral shit, not ancestral shit going on here between brothers or between family members or something like this. Strong Sagittarius energy, strong Leo, strong actually fire sign energy and earth energy. Also strong water energy, Gemini, air. So tell me about this. They're going to lose somebody that's important to them. Also, they may be losing a house. If it's not a physical house, it's like they'll be losing their emotional support, right? All of the groups, things like this, they'll be losing stuff like that. Because the Palace of Cups is like emotional support for creativity, for ideas, something like this, okay? For many of you guys, collective, you could have known that this is coming in for you and you're ready. You're going to be gaining this. You could be gaining a new place, a new palace, a new house. By letting this go, by walking away from this other thing, you actually have this new offering of love. Okay. You may have multiple places. Okay. Because we have the Palace of Cups and now we have the Palace of Wands. That's the second time the Palace of Wands. Okay. So this is someone that actually now wants to build, they want to celebrate. They want to celebrate with you. See, there is 3 of Cups here, but there's only 2 masks. Okay. They want to celebrate with you. They want to offer you this cup of love. Okay. Stability. They want to offer you this passion, this support, this stability. They want to create different things with you. Okay. There can be, yeah, the Magician. Okay. They want to start new. Whatever tower moments or whatever happened, that's kind of over. Okay. Aries, there's a lot of stuff that's about to happen in April, you guys. Like a lot of things are moving into Aries. So we just moved into Aries. Happy birthday to all the Aries. So we're in top dead center of the astrological wheel, right? Which means Aries is about ego, it's about self, but it's also about starting. It's about starting things fresh, starting things new. It's the beginning, right? The baby. Okay. So this union, okay. Yeah. There could have been a lot of things that happened in the past. A lot of tower moments or things like this that happened in the past from somebody lying or hiding something or sneaking something like this. This new person, collective, is going to come in, okay, very passionately. They may have multiple places. They may have a house that they want to take you to or studio that they have for you. And then they may also have a home and they may want to travel with you, okay, to different places, okay? They want to celebrate. They want to celebrate. For many of you guys, you may have known this for quite some time and they have been kind of hiding it for quite some time. Yeah, the King of Cups, because they haven't known how to express it to you, maybe for quite some time, actually, with the Six of Cups. Um, this could be from lifetimes or this could be for this lifetime. Um, but the Temperance with the King of Cups, they haven't had the ability to properly express how they feel, that they feel like you're this Empress. They have a really passionate connection. And actually, this new person, okay, this can be a person from the past, but can also be a new person that's coming in this past soulmate energy. Okay. I don't think that you guys have actually been together before. Um, like in this life, you may have met or hung out or done some things together, but you didn't actually ever start or create any together yet. Okay. We have the Emperor to match the Empress out here, and that's what would make them happier than anything. Okay. They don't want any options. They don't want you to be single. They don't want anybody else offering you anything, actually. So this person, it like you don't own me, but this person kind of wants to own you a little bit, right? But like in a safe, loving sort of way. They want to protect you. Okay. Like they have so much passion. Okay. They have so much passion for you. Like they want to um, stand up for you. Okay. But they definitely, what is this energy? This owning energy. They want to take you away. I want to take you away. Haha. No, but really, they want to take you to they want to take you there. Yeah, they want to offer you, they want to offer to provide you with the safety, with everything you need, so you never have to go through this abandoned energy. Like this energy, this person, okay, this being of light, this actual person is going to come in this emperor way, okay? It might seem or start a little bit like what do you call it? Like something like a small gesture of love or something like this, but actually um they want to come in, they want to change this, they want to come in and be honest. That's why I'm seeing the Tower and the Seven of Swords in reverse, okay? Where something was hidden before, where they tried to be secretive or hide something, all it did was cause a lot of towers. They want to come in and be completely honest. This is going to be something different than you've ever experienced before, collective. And it's natural at first to maybe feel, because you've had all this crazy shit happen to you, that some things may be too good to be true, but don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to cut a motherfucker off, okay? And don't overthink it, but feel more into your intuition, okay? Because what you're going to find, okay, King of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords upright, and Page of Swords. There can also be a strong Libra or Gemini energy that is attempting to attack this, that is attempting to put shit into your head. Libra, a strong Libra energy, okay? But you're gonna know, okay? Justice is coming in. Justice is coming in. So let the old die and focus on the dream, the wish, okay? Focus on the dream, the wish, okay? Um, there can also be a Virgo that is maybe sick. This So the way that they're saying it is basically love is going to be avenged. Yeah, that 10 of cups. You guys, look at this. It's like these every time I see this card, it's like your ancestor spirits that are here, right? That are just like, ah, even your dead animals, they're like, ah, happy endings. Happy endings for everyone. You get a happy, Um, no, but you get your lover. And look, here's the Palace of Swords. Everything that you thought, everything that you dreamed, everything that you wish, everything that you say, like this person is going to know how to, you guys are just going to know how to speak to each other. You're going to know how to be around each other. It's like there's um, so much stress around this judgment if you're going to be able to balance or if the person is just going to walk away, right? And there's this backlining fear, this abandonment fear, right? This, oh, I don't want to be left again. Like I'd prefer to keep them as a fictional character in my brain than to be potentially like left again, right? It's like this abandonment wound. This abandonment wound is really strong. Um, but you need to trust. You need to trust that the universe this isn't a missed opportunity, okay? That this was just more about divine timing coming into play. Okay. Strong Cancerian energy here. And it's like, you have to believe that you deserve that you physically deserve the thing that you're asking for, that you're putting out there, right? It's like you're the only one creating nightmares. Now there can be other people that are here. So there is other people trying to talk in your ear, trying to put all this information, okay, and scare you or make you afraid or make you question or doubt, but you need to have that total inner knowledge, yeah, and don't hide anything, don't lie. Yeah, that will ruin everything. And for the people that were lying, that were hiding, okay, that didn't want to apologize, that didn't want to come out with the truth, big tower moments are happening. Magician in reverse. So some people could have paid because they didn't want to be wrong so much, right? They pay these high level magicians to cause these towers or to block them from coming in, and now it's just totally backfiring, right? Totally backfiring. They also lied about a lot of the truth that was happening, right? They were secretly lying about a lot of the truth that was happening. So in that process, boom, more towers, okay? And now they've all actually been caught where they thought that they were doing something that was more undercover. Boom, justice with the death. Many of them are scared because they put death spells, because they have been doing death magic, they have been doing graveyard magic, they have been wishing intentfully the collective's downfall. Now, you have to know that people that are operating in these senses are no longer the normal people that you know, or maybe they are. Maybe that's the contract that they signed. We don't know, right? But many of them are no longer these people that you're trying to stay connected to. If they're going to do that, they are under spells. Okay. They are now like, consider them that like the real person's soul is hiding somewhere else. Consider like an NPC or an entity or a demonic force or something entered. Okay. Because people that you love, people that are on your team that you want to be on your team aren't going to try to murder or poison or steal your destiny. Like they're not going to do that. Those are people that are already being driven. Okay. And that's why it's important. Yeah. They're just creating all these extra nightmares to break down, to make you feel fear, to make you feel inferior, to make you want to fight, to make you in these states of nightmares. Yeah, this is a manipulation. This is a power and manipulation tactic. King of Wands, very strong fire sign energy. They could be experiencing this, okay? They could be experiencing total fucking nightmares. And for some of them, they could have actually contracted some type of STD. Yeah. Because they were dipping with too many trippings. Too many chickens. Oh my God. Messages, the queen, cat. Okay, serpent, knowledge and healing. Yeah. So, and there's been a restriction. So the queen, woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendships, four. Okay. This could be moving forward for some of you guys. You may be gaining more respect. Okay. You may be gaining more feminine friendships if you're actually feminine. Okay. Um, the cat is about healthy boundaries. It's about independence. For many of you guys, you may be being asked to go in, focus on this inner wisdom, the inner serpent is like your kundalini, right? So your chakra points. So go in, learn some more, get in touch with yourself, be with yourself, okay? Because this is really screaming, okay? You're the one that chooses. I mean, you're the one that chooses to put yourself in restriction or not, but it can also be like there's a lot of things that are happening. Yeah, a lot of omens, messages, birth and rebirth. Okay. There is a lot of jealousy. There is a lot of anger and resentment. So it's better that you stay in a space where you can be in a state of joy. Okay. And go for this birth or rebirth. The way they're showing it to me is like the butterfly going through its chrysalis. Somebody that you once loved before, somebody that you had a connection with, wants to ask forgiveness, wants to ask forgiveness. They could be sick. They could be sick and dying and wanting your forgiveness. Yeah. Because they acted in the state of anger, retaliation, jealousy. Okay. Somebody might also be sick because whoever they chose instead of you, collective, I'm picking up strong on this, as much anger, retaliation, and jealousy. And this person could actually be dying. This third party person could actually be dying. Yeah. And somebody is asking collective, is there something you can do? That is their karma. Okay, guys, that is their karma. So you cannot feel bad because their karma is coming to, the karma is coming to get them. Virgos, Pisces, Virgos, Pisces. Okay. We're not supposed to bring anybody into the light. That is their own personal choice. To be honest. The fire sign is the divine feminine. The divine feminine is more of the empress, not a fire sign. The fire is representative of passion, of something to start or to begin. But actually, most of the fire signs are masculine by nature because feminine creates, it doesn't really destroy. It can, but it is the passionate start. It is the fire that's burning within the eternity of the soul, but it's more a state of water because it's actually emotion. It's actually soul. Water is soul and emotion and passion and ability to foresee, foresight. So feminine would actually be um, more water than anything, and probably air. Tell us about this retaliation, jealousy. Someone was trying to use magic, trying to mess up someone's physical health, someone's grounding, someone's foundation. So yeah, again, many of you guys, they may be trying to make you feel afraid to be able to go out as well. I'm picking up for some of you guys, but um, it's not like your physical health, your grounding, your foundations. Um, it's your job to create balance. Okay, these people have been attempting to take your joy, attempting to take your grounding, your physical health, your strength, your foundation, your communities, all of this. Maybe even your work, your job. Maybe they've been trying to. Maybe they've just been posing. This could just be. Is this like? Is this the fucking doppelganger? Is this the fucking copycat? Fear. This is someone that's scared, and so they're becoming angry and jealous. Oh, they're scared because they've been found out, or they're scared to be found out. Cleansing house, releasing emotional baggage. It's changing. Someone knows who they are. Okay. So it's like you can wish, they're telling me this. You can wish a frog to be a prince. You can try to kiss a frog to make him a prince, but a frog is a frog. Okay. And unless you're another frog, unless you can communicate in the same frog language, you ain't going to get nowhere. So what I'm picking up on though is like the fear and the frog and the Merlin. So this can be some type of I'm picking up on like Louisiana, like the bayou, this communication, this practitioner, this warlock or wizard or witch or whoever is doing stuff from down there, and now they're scared. Oh, they're scared. Ooh, they're scared. They're trying to retaliate. Um, they did basically put, they did kind of, so this practitioner basically puts some, what are they showing me? Like deflective spells. Deflective spells. They put some type of deflective spells out. So it's gonna maybe start taking people out. Maybe certain people are gonna start dying, cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage, or there's gonna be like a shedding, a cleansing, and they're scared. So it could already be happening. It can already be happening because they did it with the intention out of this anger or this retaliation, and now they're scared what's gonna happen. Um, they can't focus. They can't let go. They have so much resentment, so much resentment. So this is somebody that really either really hates divine feminine, divine masculine, like they really just want to disrupt this union from coming together. This could also be people that have been working since you were very young, very child, like more deletes, we'll call them deletes. Something like this that have been doing it for a long time and have been feeding off of you in the state of this ungrounding and trying to put you in the state of fire fairy. Yeah, creative action. They're trying to keep you out of the state of passion, of optimism. They're trying to keep you in a state of anger or jealousy or retaliation or fear, ungrounded. Okay, just that there's constantly something going on. So what is this communication? The high priestess. Okay, the high priestess. Discernment, persistence, prophecy, vision. So for many of you guys, you can be like me to where you say, you know what, I'm just going to continue on my communication journey and I'm not going to worry about all these other assholes that never showed up for me, that just made my life complicated all my life. And I'm just going to keep the communication with the people or spirits that I should. And so what's happening is the communication, the birth, the rebirth, and then the partnership. Okay. This is what's happened as you stepped into your higher. They didn't realize, okay? They didn't realize the risk that they're running. They thought that it was no risk. They thought that you were nobody, collective. They thought that you were just somebody that said they read tarot or that worked with energy or that was, oh, star seed or light warrior, but they thought that it was just woo woo. They saw you as weak, okay? They saw you as not a risk. They didn't plan. They didn't actually plan for the plan to not work. Does that make sense? They're like, there's no risk. She's nothing. The queen. But actually, you're queen and king energy. Yeah, you're the high priestess energy. You're both. And actually, what's happening is both of you are waking up. This is waking up the collective. This is waking up masculine. So male and female authority together. Yeah, 3, 4. You're now moving forward together. Yeah, look at this. 2, 3, 4. You guys knew. You guys know, you've known, you've been feeling it, this partnership, this rebirth. Okay, you guys are going to come into communication. This is what they're fearing. This is what they're most in fear of. The dragon, power or strength. Okay, the final dragon. What is it? The dragon that awakens, right? Isn't that like the end of the prophecy, right? Is they're awakening the female, the war dragon, the whatever. And this is basically what's happening, is these old, and that's what they try to fuck with you. They try to fuck with you, but they didn't realize that you guys are old, like ancient fucking souls, like a dragon, and that you guys have been ruling on this planet for an extended amount of time, and now you're coming in with this power and this strength, with this partnership, this birth, this rebirth, the horse, because you've accepted help from others, because you've delegated, because you've used the discernment, okay? Because you've stayed in a space of joy, because you're supposed to step into these pride or leadership roles, because you haven't let all of this other stuff, regardless of all the other bullshit that's going on around you, you have not lost your loyalty, okay? Your loyalty, your sincerity, your unconditional love, collective. You have not, it has not wavered. It's like no matter how much shit that they tried to do to you, no matter how much they have done to you over time, over your lifetime, many of you since you were fucking small. When I think about strawberry shortcake, like, bro, I must have been like 2 or 3, small, tiny, right? Since you're small, these people have been attacking you. Now, many of you guys, um, your family could have been part of these cults or covens, could have been doing the spells. They also could have traded you. They could have made a deal with the devil and traded your energy. Some fucking, like, I was picking up on it yesterday. Some like Rumpelstiltskin energy. Yeah. Okay, omens or messages. It's like it's almost like someone was in a bad situation and made the wrong deal, and then they didn't think that the devil would come to collect, and now they've been seeing and getting this communication, and they know that the time is up. They know collection day is collection day is nigh. The eagle. Spirit integrity connection to the angelic realm. You guys, listen, like for some of them, they can be being fucking haunted right now. They are being berated, not just by your ancestors, okay? Not just by your ancestors and teams, by their ancestors too, because they're reverting back some of the old ancestral karma. So let's say people worked through many lifetimes to knock off this family karma, this ancestral debt, this karma, right? And they fucking battled wars and they did crazy stuff. Hey guys, and they did all of that, and then these people come in to try to fucking make some money, right? To try to take the easy way out, to try to come up off of some people because someone told them. They were like, no, 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 no. They sold them a bill of goods, like, You could just take somebody else's love. You could just take and not do the work, not do the emotional baggage. And they did that. And now their bloodline is fucking pissed. And now their ancestors are actually fucking attacking them. Okay? Isn't that crazy? So their angels, their guides, their ancestors are now attacking them. They're pissed at them. Yeah, the butterfly. Like, you're not evolving. You devolved. You actually went backwards, fuckers. Like now you've cursed our bloodline. You've cursed our family line, is what I'm hearing. Okay, something else? Yeah. All for telling these fake stories, for being in this for being, instead of being wisdom, being deception. Yeah, lying, the truth in reverse, and not changing the percent, not admitting when you were wrong, not taking accountability. Wow. So yeah, many of these people, and that's why it's important, because they will send people to haunt or bother. That's why it's really important that you guys are doing the cleansings. Um, Give me a like or comment if you would like me to do like one video where I'm showing you all the different things, or I might do it like a bunch of short little videos. That way you guys can always tap back in to the cleanings or whatever this, like calling your power back. Yeah. For some of you guys, you may have been hiding for quite some time, and this is about to come to an end. Okay. You're not going to have anything to hide from anymore. This new person is going to protect you. Okay. You don't need to keep healing. You are going to be healed. Now, for some of you guys, coming together will be the last stage of healing. Yeah, the two of earth. It will be like what ultimately brings the balance, is because what has been out of balance is the other one missing the other one. There's a certain amount of stuff that you actually learn or heal from coming into divine union, from coming into relationships. You transmute everything. I can see that. That's amazing. Hello. Hello. You had a power blackout vision dream before Cuba and California, but in the vision it happened in Canada. It was the weirdest thing I had happen. It felt like spirit would explain it. Um, you can be, so either you could have changed the balance by becoming aware of that, or it can still be something that's coming. Okay, Five of Wands. It can still be something that is coming, but you can also transmute or transform that, right? There can be a transformation in energy by enough people being like, oh, okay, actually, we're going to do something differently before it gets to that point. Sometimes we get these visions ahead of time, not to make us the wounded warrior, but to help us, right? It doesn't have to always be in a negative light, which is interesting that they wanted me to use the good tarot. Hello, everybody. Look at all those faces. So, change your DNA. You can just start a new life, right? The Fool. So someone is about to take this leap of faith. There is justice that is coming in. Justice will be served, okay? There can be a Queen of Swords that is responsible for a lot of these problems, a lot of this justice. They might be going down, okay? They could have been a large portion. And Queen of Air is air signs, does not have to be. It's also someone that is maybe being too bossy, being a fucking Karen. Like this is words and action. Someone that was preventing love from existing, someone that was changing things. Yeah, they were blocking the love from coming in by trying to give more options, by trying to offer something else, maybe even offering other people prostitution or something like this. Okay, there is justice coming against these people. There's justice coming against these people that were running this sex, prostitution, polyamory, something like this. There is something really coming in for them. The Ten of Air, the Eight of Fire. Yeah, they may be getting messages in the mail. They may be getting people that are just showing up. Many of them may already be behind bars. Okay, they may owe a lot of money in return. Yeah, they are out of options. Okay, that's a lot for the Justice. Also, King of Wands, fire energy in reverse. Okay. So strong, air, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Also this organization. Again, they may be behind bars, you guys. What the fuck? You may be turning into a collective. So I know before they try to use truth spells and then they try to use shut up spells, right? They try to shut you up, but it didn't work. And then what they realized is both times it didn't work, right? Because you were just always going to be who you were. You're always going to say what you felt with in your heart, right? Tell me about this Fool and this Justice, please. Transformation. Okay, Scorpio could be relevant. Okay, someone could be dying. Okay, someone that made this foolish decision could be passing on. Now, there could also be someone that is making a beautiful leap of faith to come towards Scorpio with this Ace of Water, this Ace of Cups, and transform. Transform something, change something, outcome changing. Yeah, transformation. That's why it's this. Yeah, a happy ending. Ten of Cups. Okay. What someone disturbed before? Okay. Someone's actions disturb something before. Okay. They weren't honest, but now they're going to come in being honest. They've healed. They needed to do a lot of healing. And before they weren't being clear with their messages. Their messages of love were maybe blocked. Okay. Maybe they were just holding on to old ideas of self, of being by themselves, of not knowing. For many of you guys, they've also been really like, this can be a very strong obsession. Okay. And someone doesn't know actually how to express this obsession. They want to defend you. You are like their unicorn. Um, they want to let you make all the judgment calls. They have so much passion, so much love for you. For some of you guys, they might be helping or they may assist in this process of justice. Okay. Also, they want to make a commitment. They want to lock it down. Okay. Because again, we have the Justice, we have the Fool, we have transformation, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Hierophant. Yeah. This is somebody that they want to make a commitment. Okay. For some of you guys, this can also be something that you really love to do. Okay. Um, Something that you really love to do. You can be offered this really cool job. Okay. Temptation. Um, Capricornic energy. Okay. But you need to know if it's going to be too much temptation or not. Okay. You need to know. For some of you guys, you might already know or be sensing that you might be offered something that might be tempting, but do not, because it may be more work than it is worth. Okay, yeah. They may be trying to still set you up with a tower for a small exchange, for a fake offering of love. There's something hidden. Someone is still hiding something. The truth, the honest truth, that they actually abandoned you, that they walked away from you. For some of you guys, you could have also done this, or maybe they feel like you did this to them. Not sure. Take it as it resonates. Yeah, someone's having a tower. Okay. Someone's having a serious tower. Other people, okay, that have done right, that want to support, may have, okay, someone may have a small offering of love. You're going to know this Page of Cups. I mean, this Page of Earth, okay? This could be somebody younger than you, a younger earth sign, doesn't have to be, but they have to do with this, okay? They could be offering you this cup of love. They might want to build something with you. However, it can be a setup. Yeah, it's a temptation again, devil. It is a setup again, okay? It will end in a tower moment. So be aware of that. Be aware of that. Don't just agree to something because it seems, what am I being told? All that glitters is not gold. All that glitters is not gold. Okay. All that glitters is not gold. Yeah. You need to really stay focused on your intuition. You're going to try to get your intuition off. Okay. So that means don't drink or take something that's going to make you out, that's going to allow them to kind of jump in, or that's going to kind of allow them to block you. Okay. You need to stay focused, your passion. Yeah. Someone is going to come in, or you're going to know the fire, the passion, what this thing that you have burning inside of you. Um, you are getting messages coming in about some money, and not just money, honey. Your wheel of fortune is about to tip. Okay. It's coming in hot. Look at this. Again, the Ten of Cups, Eight of Wands. This is coming for a long time coming. And look at this, the Wheel of Fortune with this happy Buddha, okay? And this passion. You are getting this love. You're getting this new start. You're getting this passion. This person is going to be amazing, okay? Yeah, the Ace of Earth. Strong divine masculine energy, the Stag. Okay, so Ace of Fire, passionate love. They want to be with you. They're sexually, physically attracted to you, mentally, emotionally attracted to you. Ace of Earth. They want to offer you this. They want to. They're proud. Okay. They want to be. They want to show you off. Okay. You may have been their strength. You may have helped them get through many things, and this may be what they're having a harder time expressing to you, is that you are their wish come true and they don't know how quite to get there. Okay, but you have been their strength. Every time that they didn't know where to go or what to do, you have been the strength that has helped carry them on towards their wish, towards their dream. You're ultimately their wish or their dream. Okay, they want to work with you. They passionately really want to work with you. Okay, they want it to work out. They don't want to um, fight. They want to provide stability. This is going to be a whole different chapter, collective. You're gonna have everything at your disposal, is kind of what I'm saying. Like imagine if you always wanted to do this, or you always wanted to do that, but you just needed like the investor, or you just needed the, imagine you always wanted to have this type of art studio, but you didn't have the space, or you didn't have the money, or you didn't have the extra time because you had to work or something like this. Like all of this, all of your wishes, all of your dreams, all of this is going to be made possible by our sponsors. No, but really, basically, it's like this person, like you are their ultimate love. Like they have worked hard. Like yeah, this king energy, this lion, this cowardly lion, coward mask, having strong and doing all of this, and they need, it's like the Beauty and the Beast. It's like they need feminine now. They've created it. They have the castle. They have the ultimate library of all the things. They have everything, all the things that you would love feminine. All the things that you've dreamed of, like they've already have. They've already created, or they already just have it naturally, or they're in the process of creating it, or something like this. Like there's not one wish that hasn't already been filled. Is kind of like the way, like it's your call. Like what do you want? Okay, for some of you guys, you might be receiving a call. Might be trying to call you. Okay, I wish. I don't get any calls. I don't even know if my phone works anymore. I don't get messages or calls. I don't really care. Nine of water, yeah, that's like, that's all my wishes come true. No, I mean, when you can be truly happy in your own being, and you don't need exterior gratification, exterior justification, exterior temptation, when you realize how good you really are when you got yourself, right? Then you don't have to do all this extra work. You don't have to appease all these people. You don't have to be in that state. So yeah, this keeps coming up. The masculine is very in this lion, um in this lion state, right? In this cowardly lion state. It's like, but it's like I'm seeing like Beauty and the Beast style. You know, it's like um, they need they need you to soften them, but they also know that it's not your job. But like naturally, it creates the what do you call it? It creates the dynamic balance when the actual dynamic duo get together, right? Not sidekick, right? Like actual dynamic duel. So let's get some of these island wellness. Not today. So someone could have um, tried to call you before. Okay. There's a couple people. Okay. There's a couple people in this energy. Okay. One is chaser in a codependent relationship. This is someone that has a fear of abandonment issues. Okay. And every time that maybe you have tried to call them or that you have tried to speak to them, they have tried to create this scenario, this runner chaser scenario, not dealing with you today, maybe tomorrow, that they're hurt, they keep avoiding the conversation, the call, person, boundaries, or still angry. Okay. Um, yeah. So what you need to do, collective, is you don't need to talk to this past person. Okay. They're the ones that want to keep, you have to create your boundaries, right? You have to maintain your boundaries. Like if they need to call you and apologize, if they need to have a conversation with you, then they have to get your permission. You have to maintain your boundaries, right? You don't owe anybody anything as far as I know. Like I don't know, but this is what I'm picking up on, right? They're still angry. They're still ass hurt. Okay. They're avoiding. They're avoiding because they have abandonment issues and they're codependent. Okay, so you have this. Now you have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happy, single, living in the moment, having fun. As you are loving yourself, as you are happy, loving yourself, that is when the actual people come into play, right? Do you ever have like the relationship that shows up when you're just like, I could really use a fucking hand right now? Like, no, that doesn't happen. I mean, like we have to be more whimsical and believe that happy fairy tale shit like that can happen, right? But like that doesn't normally happen. Like it happens like when your life is fucking falling apart or something like this, you know, and you're just like, or when you're in perfect whatever, that someone's just like, oh hey, and you're like, what the fuck? Now? 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 The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Okay. For many of you guys, you may have had a lot of talks with your friends, or you may have talked and talked and talked. Shout out to my homegirl Mandy and different people that heard me talk about the same shit over and over again. When we had to notice that it was the same patterning happening over and over and over again, right? Um, it happens after you do it yourself. Yeah, you have to be happy. Yeah, not today, Sainted, right? Like we don't want to. Thank you. You love my scarf. Thank you. Demons don't knock when life is good. They wait until it sucks. Yes and no. Okay. I want to be real about that. Yes and no. Okay. Because sometimes when it is getting really good, if we're not grateful, like when I started this thing, I was talking about creating this gratitude list, like being in a state of prayer and all this, right? In a state of gratitude. When we are not, so there was this saying or this meme or whatever that was like, okay, imagine every night you go to bed and you say you're thankful for everything that you're thankful for, everything that you can think of. You say, oh, I'm grateful for this bed, for these like pillows, for the food, whatever. And everything that you're grateful for shows up the next day, and then more of it shows up. But everything that you don't acknowledge your gratitude for starts to disappear each day, each night. So it's like um so it's like the demons can show up when you are in the up and ups because they don't want you. If you have if you have a high mission, they want to do anything that they can to knock you down. Punky Brewster, fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like this is some old shit. So this has been happening for an extended amount of time. And like if you're just showing up here, then you will know that I was talking about like, yeah, like basically like a strawberry shortcake, right? Or like what I used to watch a lot? Rainbow Bright, you know, when I was really fucking small. So some of these people, some of these communities, some of these deletes, you know, have been literally attacking us as a whole, as an entity, especially the Gen Xers, right? Because we are the ones that open up all of the information. We're like the trailblazers, right? We're the ones that have all the passion, right? Yeah. So be grateful to all your friends that you talk to about all the fucked up shit. Um, uh, Punky Brewster, you should check it out. It's pretty funny, actually. I think if I remember right, I can't really remember. This is the basis, right? I was getting a channel also the other day about that show Alf, right? Because they're about ET and about Alf, right? About us being about the chosen ones feeling a bit more like we're more alienated and not just by our families or social structures, but also like in general. And so they were showing me like ET, like the movie ET, where they try to adapt to look like a human and they try to make him be human. And like Alf was the same thing, but what they were showing me is like the terrible programming that they were teaching him, right? To like drink the beer and like eat all the food and burp and just be fucking rude and whatever, right? So it's like you're kind of a product of your circumstance, right? And they show me this really old movie, Harry and the Hendersons, right? You're a product of your programming, of what you're taught, of what you're shown. Okay. So there is a lot of demons that do show up when you're like, oh, I feel like I'm doing really good, like felt cute, like might delete it later. Like Satan's like, delete that. You're getting likes. You're making people smile or laugh. You're expressing passion. You're expressing something that you love. And we can't have that because more people just do the things that they love. We're going to have problems because then they're not in fear. Then we can't control and manipulate them. Then more passion leads, more passion leads, more passion. Love radiates out, it ripples out like tenfold, sevenfold, a hundredfold to anything else, to any other frequency. So for many of you guys, passion and same chemistry like each other equally, having fun, paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Okay. Somebody that maybe had pictures of you from a long time ago or that you know, maybe you have some memories, but pictures did come out. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta plug you in. I gotta turn you on. Hold on. Hold on. Don't die me now. It's just getting good. No, kidding. I don't want to go much longer, but I want to figure out the end of the story here, right? So, for many of you guys, this person can be coming in expressing this passion for you. And you might be going somewhere, okay? For me, I live in paradise, but I'll go to another paradise or I'll check out some more paradise. I'm into it. But this person wants to spend time alone with you. They want to take you somewhere, okay? So, there is two people, okay? There is two people, maybe three. Not for everybody. Stab in the back. Somebody is trying to stab you in the back. So somebody is trying to come back and reinsert, re-stab the wound. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, showing attack. This could be someone that you actually dated before. So what I was picking up with is this soulmate is not necessarily somebody that you didn't know before, somebody that maybe you knew, but they're coming back as new, something like this. But the person that you were already with, yeah, could have tried to stab you in the back or is trying to come back. Yeah, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over. They're trying to get you caught up. They're trying to get you caught up in the old programs and the old tripping, this and that, right? Like the reactive abuse. So it's like that fucking little kid Aries that was having a tantrum when I was making him a cake, demanding that I show up somewhere that I invited him to, right? Before I said I was could be somewhere. Like, what the fuck? Do, 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 do. Like, anyways, it's like that. It's like they're trying to get you, these people that have been dealing with you since you were children or that have been putting this, whether it's the programming or whatever, the deletes up there, right? They, it's like outdated thinking, cassette tape. Look at even the cassette tape, right? It's like rewinding, replaying, like trying all the old strategies that used to work on you before you were more evolved, right? Before you hit this butterfly point. Now relationships are evolving into the next phase. You're healing the inner child. Isn't that what I said when I started this? If you guys are just tuning in, this is what we were talking about at the beginning, right? That's what we're talking about, Punky Brewster and Strawberry Shortcake and all this is like healing the inner child. It's like the inner child is finally like, you're finally like, I'm actually the safe adult, the safe place that I needed as a child, right? That it was like just okay to be who I was and to love that and to not judge and to not worry about external judgment. Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Okay. So rose could be very symbolic. Okay. Swords could also be very symbolic. Um, and action to this true love or whatever um, can mean something. I'm picking up like the sword and the stone. Okay. The sword and the stone, or like Arthur, something like this. Um, King Arthur, I think, died with a broken heart because his true love betrayed him. So it's something like this. It's something tragic like that, where you maybe before the love that you trusted. So know that this person that you did trust with your heart before is not trustable. If you stop trusting them for a reason, there's probably a good reason for that. Okay. Now there may be somebody coming back, but what I'm picking up on is this is new. This is a whole new thing. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So yeah, you get to attract that when you stop. When you're like, no, these are my boundaries. I don't deal with that anymore. Here's my bare minimum. Here is what you have to reach. And I have no cap, no cap. um you're obsessed, you need a new hobby. I can't see back past this. Magically make your own paradise. You are the mother of magic. Amazing. Amazing. What is your name? Ultimate beast from beyond. Yes, you went beast mode. You went beast mode. And sometimes the female can go beast mode also, and it doesn't have to be bad. Yeah, for some there can be a lot of healing that had to be done for this person that you may have met when you were younger, or when you guys were in a different place. Maybe you had past lives or something together, and it needed time. It took time, cycles, to heal, right? Some people had to get past a level of self-indulgence. um hey Heidi. Yeah, we just got out of Mercury went direct like a few days ago, 3 or 4 days. Like, time is so but yeah, Mercury just went direct, but we are going into all these signs are actually shifting into um yes, I did say Punky Brewster. We were talking about Punky Brewster and Strawberry Shortcake and all of that. Yes. Um So even though we're out of retrograde, guys, we definitely have a lot of things that are coming into this Aries. And Aries is this new ego, this new identity, this new thing, and we're collectively doing it. And now that we're in Aquarius, it's like this different, we're going to have these different ways to restructure things, how we want them to be. So pick all of the great things, right? Like the 80s and the 90s, like all these things, like your inner child, like actually knows the things that felt good before we started getting programmed that you can't do this or you can't wear that or you blah 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 blah. Like you need to tap in. That's where the abundance key unlocks. Yeah. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. So um yeah, and for some of you guys, it can be about things that you wanted to do when you were a child, that when you were younger, that you were systematically denied. Okay. The boat, receiving what you need, progression arriving, moving on, closure issues. For now, also for some of you guys, you can be putting an end to some of these things that existed when you were like in this more childlike state, right? And because of that, because you're actually acknowledging the inner child and letting the inner child play and letting the inner child say, these are my needs and this what feels good and this doesn't feel good, you can let some things rest. Now, for some of you guys, some of these people, okay, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition, okay? That's how we grow. That's how we get outside of our comfort zone, okay? That's how we get outside of our comfort zone. And so these old ways, these old systems, these old structures, these old politics, these old money, all this shit, all the old shit is changing. Okay. It's changing. Okay. It's the changing of the guards. And we're like, you know what, actually, why are we fighting? Why do we need guards? Like, can't we just be protective? Can't we just have like warriors that are protective? Like, can't we all just be like working in community? Can't we come together in unity? Been through a lot with guys that you dated and married. You have a new guy you're chatting with. As you know, we are meant to be together. So what you say resonate with me. God, what is your name? Desilula. I think that a lot of things are going to change, and I think how we're stepping into the astrology of it all. If you want to schedule a personal session or reading, you can email me. Um, I only answer questions generally that are, if I see them now that I'm at, and now that I'm at a different funny angle, I can actually read. That's why I moved you guys like this, so you guys can see the cards and see the screen because my phone is like this big. So, um, I normally only answer questions. I read through them, but I normally only answer questions that pertain to the entire collective. If you want something more personally based, you have to schedule a private session. Okay. I did pull passion in reverse. Okay. So don't say that it's, whatever. You're going to know. This is exactly what I was talking about when we started. In intuition, don't let your emotions are energy in motion. So make sure that how you respond, what your emotional responses are to different things. Yeah. For many of you guys, it can be this butterfly moment. Okay. You're going to know immediately. Is this person making you grow? Right? Are you in this quantum cocoon, right? Where you're growing, where you're about to burst out and become a butterfly? Or is this person reverting your growth? That's how you know. That's how you know. Ultimately, that's how you know. Okay. The person, how the person makes you feel. I talk about this all the time, you guys. I guess I will have to do the visuals. I have love in reverse. Okay. Um, if it's love, you're gonna know. You're gonna know that it's love because you're gonna feel it in every iota of your being. You're gonna feel it and you're not gonna need to question it. You're gonna know because the person isn't going to make you contract, they're going to make you expand. And for many of you guys, collective, you have somebody that's about to come in and things are about to get super expansive. Um, Drop in the comments. I am ready for the expansion, right? I receive the abundance and expansion. Yes, so mote it be. Okay. They're just waiting. Okay. They're waiting. As I look back to the book, they're waiting for you to call upon them to say, sometimes you need to say, yeah, give me a sign. Is this my soulmate? Is this my partner? Is this who I should marry? Is this in my highest and best outcome and timeline to be with this person right now? Do a muscle test. Do a muscle test. Okay. If you're ready and you're in that ready state, but you're thinking about all the time things that are missing, right? If you're like, oh, I'm ready, but like you're creating a space, like I wish somebody would come. I wish something would happen. I wish. So the thing is you can't be creating, okay, so even this, changing your verbiage, right? How can we call upon it to come? First of all, you have to believe um, quantum mechanics is like the acknowledgement. So if you acknowledge that something is missing, like, oh, I wish my true love would come, right? You're acknowledging the fact that something is missing. And then you're asking for more of that missing thing. So do you get where I'm going with this? So the universe is only receiving you asking for more of the missing thing, like who the missing thing is or what the missing thing it doesn't matter because what you're giving the energy to is the thing that is missing. Now if you change it, right, if you reform, right, you just say, oh, I'm so grateful to finally be able to share my life, share my knowledge, share my bed, share my being, share my soul with this beautiful person, with this beautiful being. You're putting it into, now you're feeling it. Now you're feeling what it'd be like to share your bed with somebody, to share a meal with somebody, to share. So now you're in that motion. You see how it's like, oh, that feels good, right? Mmm, that feels good. Your body is responding to that, just like the universe is responding to your order, you know? Ah, I'm so grateful. That's where the gratitude journal comes in. That's why I was talking about this in the beginning. When we pray and we ask and we call, we can, words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. Okay. So you can write down your dream thing and then read it every day. Oh, I'm so grateful to finally receive this place that I wanted to live, this vehicle, this partner, this whatever. And you start feeling what that feels like. Start feeling what that feels like. And as you're in that state of joy, in that state of, mm, like, okay, let me break it down for you, like on a smaller scale, right? So imagine you're just like, oh, I really want this fucking cheesecake, right? And you're just like, oh, I really want this cheesecake or this bread or whatever it is, right? You want something like, I'm just relating it to food because everybody can relate to food, right? You're thinking about something like, oh, this macaroni and cheese or this fucking chocolate cake, whatever it is. And it's like something that you love, but you don't get it all the time. And you're just like, oh, it would be so fire right now, right? And then you're just like, and then someone else comes through the door, or someone else shows up, or something else happens. Like it doesn't have to be immediately. It can be then, it can be the next day or within the week. And then it's all of a sudden, generally for me, it's like within 24-hour period though. And then all of a sudden somebody is like, boom, something happens. And it's like, ah, da, 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 da. It's like, oh, we have all this extra cheesecake. We have this chocolate cheesecake. Do you want it? Like we can't, it's gonna go bad if we don't eat it right now. And it's like literally it gives you no other that you're like, what? Like I don't have to eat it right now, but of course I'm gonna eat that right now because I just asked for that, right? Because you were like, I really want this, and it's gonna taste so good, and all you can savor that flavor, right? Feel that essence of what it smells like. Let's say it's something that was cooked, it's like, oh God, it smells so good. The fresh cookies or the fresh, and you're like, you're smelling it, you're feeling it, you're salivating. You're salivating. Universe responds to. It's like, oh, you like that? It's like, yeah, I like this. This is good. Like when people cause you disruption and to cause chaos when they're using chaos magic, right? And they're like, oh, but all these people did all these bad things to you. It's like, okay, yeah, people do bad things, but I'm not gonna let one heartbreak. I'm not gonna let 1,000 heartbreaks like make me not ready, not ready to receive the love, to receive that fucking happy ending, that cheesecake, that whatever it is for you, whatever it is, right? And as you're salivating, as you're in that state, you're basically telling the universe, like, yes, this is what I want more of, this feeling. This feeling. It starts with the feeling, it starts with the full embodiment. So if you don't believe that, you're like, I really want to be with somebody, but I really like to be like lazy or do whatever on my own. Like I thought about that and I was just like, I really love to be like from a Renaissance painting, right? I really love to be with my fruit and just like naked, like laying sideways in my bed, just like with a fan, like this for me is like, this is ultimate. And then I was like thinking the other day, like, is this, like, is this like being in alignment with what I was like, hell yeah, yeah, I want somebody that wants to be like naked, feeding me fruit, right? With me there, like that. Yeah, actually, no, this is good. This is good. Mm-hmm. And you feed yourself fruit and you close your eyes and you imagine maybe this is someone else feeding me this fruit. And you stay in that thought, you stay in that happy thought, like Peter Pan. But think of your happy thought, think of your happy thought and let that snowball effect, right? As Abraham Hicks talks about, there's like a 16-second, 17-second rule, 16-second rule, something like this. So if you can keep that momentum, that thought, that happy thought, and you can keep that state of happiness going for 16, 17 seconds, then it starts to repeat and then it becomes a thing. So if it's always like, oh, there's all these fucked up people and blah, 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 then that's going to become the thing, right? We don't want that to become the thing. Yeah, you're ready for expansion and give you a sign if this is who, oh, I can't see. Eventually marry again, second. Yeah, but you need to do that not through here, but yeah, good thing. But yeah, do it in prayer, right? Do it in prayer. Do it when you wake up in the morning. Thank you for this another beautiful day to start over. I'm ready to receive. Is this person in my highest and best timeline? Is this person going to be my person? Like you're going to know. You're going to know. Give me a sign. Give me an undeniable sign or signal that I can feel in my whole being. And if you've already made the decision that this is your person, then you've already done that because whether you think you can or you can't, still you're agreeing to it. So don't let, that's why I do a lot of muscle testing, right? Do body testing because your body overrides your brain and your heart, your emotions. Food, feel the essence of it and it will come. You will make your own cake. Yes, I'm about to make some bread. Romance, interesting law. Yeah, I mean, the reality is, um, like, does it mean I'm just like, oh, well, someone's gonna bring me a cake? Like, no, I mean, but it's like, I savor that thought. Like, oh, it would be so lovely just to have someone that shows up and like brings me, and then I can even think of that, right? Because I had partners that did that for me before. So I can think about that and remove the actual person, the peon, and remove the person that I had a bad experience with and replace it with this new person, right? Doing the things that you love, not having to be asked or whatever, right? Like you keep projecting it. It's a choice. You're in the state of projection, right? It's just the way that it works. So anyways, guys, any more messages for the collective? The snake in reverse, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. So if you're feeling this, you're feeling this intuitively, or if this person makes you feel this, if this person is making you feel jealous, like if they are your true person, you're not going to feel jealous. You're going to feel secure. Where you may feel jealous prior to coming into this love, this passion with them. Um, I think it's not going to be a thing when you actually come together. So for many of you guys, they want me to touch on this. Somebody is scared because maybe there is somebody else that has competition. That's why they have not come towards you. For other of you guys, they are scared because they have so much passion because they're so intensely um, attracted to you, like obsessed with you, that they're afraid. They're afraid how that is going to look or be around other people. They're afraid of their actual how much passion. I mean, go fuck it out. If that's your person, like you're gonna be cool. My own cake is guaranteed not to be spitting. That's right. That's right. That's why I like to make my own food. Fuck people. They can't poison it. They can't spit in it. I'll lick the thing and everybody that gets my baked goods gets some of my fucking spit. Not because I'm spitting in it, because I'm licking, bro. Like, oh my goodness, that's so funny. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing though. When I started baking stuff like this, so I was doing this and I was like, what the fuck? I don't need to start baking as if there's two people and all this stuff. And I was doing this and I started doing it. I started preparing meals, I started baking, I started doing that. And then I ended up actually having a partner for like 2 years. So actually, that shit does actually work. Now, for a long time, did I just eat both meals myself? Yes, one and then the other, not always directly after each other, but it was like, oh, I'm making some for me now and some for me later, right? But just in the habit of making space, it's like the universe can't give you something that you don't have space for. Does that make sense? Sure. In the night before I go to bed, like I have my book next to me, but I try to make sure that there's nothing else in the bed next to me because I want to make space for someone else to be in the bed next to me. My little darling. Okay. There is somebody super passionate. Okay. For some of you guys, this is a twin flame. Look at this. Yin, yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. Yeah, and you're going to find out that you're going to complement each other. You're not going to have these questions. The dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. So many of you guys, there may be a lot that has happened in the time that you've known each other, or just over time, because life goes on and we all go through time. Um, but the reality is like some things have to die, some things have to come to an end, and some things have to end in order for new beginnings to actually start. Okay, that's what the coffin is about. It's like we bury the old shit and we are lighthearted. We're lighthearted and loving in the state of finding out, in the state of holding space. Like if this is your actual person, then you will be able to communicate with them clearly like an adult. You're going to be able to express your feelings and um like when you express your feelings, they're going to be able to, what do you call it? They're going to be able to receive them, right? And if they don't understand, um, don't be afraid or shy. Yeah, exactly. And if they don't understand, then they're at least going to want to try to understand, right? So to each his own, to each his own. You have to do that. What is this? You cannot believe YouTube approves of this shit. I cannot believe, Elisa, that you would actually follow me to come on here and troll me and get me paid by being a follower and commenting. I can't believe because you have to be following me for a certain amount of time to even be able, I have a time limit on there to even be able to comment specifically for trollers like you, so we can laugh at you. Everybody laugh at her. They're all gonna laugh at you. You got nothing else to do but judge other people. You judgy ass little bitch. It's Monday, not Sunday. Judgy Sundays. It's the only day we judge. Just kidding. They should be intimidated because you're a beast. Yes, beast mode. Beast mode. Yes, good sense. Um, yes, the high priestess is about to exercise those demons. Right? It's been a long time. As you learned, you have to heal your subconscious so you can move forward in your life and relationships. Yes, yes. Um, you can't comment on my feed unless you're subscribed. So you're already subscribed and following me in order to comment. But yeah, you have to be able to, hello, darlings. Hello, my dear. You have to be able to actually heal those, right? And it is a subconscious thing, right? Like even someone coming on other people's feed to talk shit is like they were abandoned. That's their own abandonment wound. They need attention. They need attention. And so because they can't actually communicate with normal people or get normal attention, um, just like that's what they do is they come and they try to disrupt other people's so they can get attention. It's like, bro, just start your own channel. Just start your own fucking channel. And when you fucking talk and have something good to say, I'm sure people will like it too. Like right now, I see 47 likes. So obviously somebody likes what I had to say. And if they don't, they can just fuck off. Like, I don't really care. This is my channel. You can do whatever you want on your channel. I channel here for my collective. I don't need narcissists. Okay. And that's part of what it is, collective, is walking away from these narcissists and healing from that subconscious wound of the narcissist. And it even goes farther to patriarchy, to our government, higher system, right? And then um, it's like we're just slowly healing it, right? And it's all a patriarchal thing, right? And I'm not saying men suck, but what I am saying is the system that has been in play, the patriarchal system that has been in play, isn't really working. It's set up for these deletes, as we like to call them. And yeah, and we're just unlocking that. And you need to really tune in. So what I got a lot of likes on this create these shorter videos to teach you guys how to call your power back, how to cleanse yourself, how to cleanse your space, how to protect your energy, how to cancel or revoke or rebuke any past contracts or agreements that are no longer in resonation with you, right? Um, let's get this shit unlocked together, okay, guys? That's what we're really here for. Heart with the key, welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Okay, you guys, somebody is really, um, really into this. Hello. My zodiac sign is I am a triple Scorpio. You're an emperor in your divine feminine energy and the gift to humanity to free them from modern day mental chain of slavery with 5D love. Self-love is God's love. Yes. What is this? Hormone? Huh? Yes, exactly. Okay. And that's where you can be. And guess what? You can be the divine feminine can be the emperor. We can be restarting all these structures. Does that mean that we don't need the other balance? We need everything to come into balance. But like I've told you guys, if you're not new here, then you've been here for a while, then you already know that there's a lot of dues. There's a lot of dues that masculine has to let feminine collect that have to be kind of reciprocated, right? That have to be kind of paid back in order to make the actual balance to come out. Um, Love, they're not ready for what you have to say is they aren't ready for what energy you're picking up on. Oh, the people that come in the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They don't realize like sometimes I fucks up people. Sometimes I'll be doing just the tarot and it will start picking up on all kinds of stuff and they'll get real defensive real quick. It's just like narcissists, and that's literally what we're deleting. It's even like this vampiric energy, right? Where they're sucking off the soul, off the energy. We're all energies, right? So either we're rainbows, or this rainbow light, this prism of light, or we're drainbows. Either we're energy vampires, either we're sucking the light and the color out of people and we're feeding off of them. And that's this narcissistic, that's what they do. They feed off of it. They like to keep people down, right? Um, yeah. Um, Your YouTube is coming soon. Cool. Come back and share it with us. Beast Lady, do it. You look like you belong in Alice in Wonderland. Awesome. That's amazing. Taurus sun, moon, and rising is on the cusp. Yeah, you're super earthy. Okay. I hope you got your food stuff in order, guys, because the Taurus, that this is very important. You guys should be working, um, you guys should be working on food stuff, right? Uh, on food storage, on growing food, on all this other stuff. Um, what are you asking me? Eddie, you bored or need a friend? There's a whole World Wide Web out there, so you're upset. Huh? I'm a Sagittarius. You see everything with the eyes of yours. Sagittarius is, I don't know that you see everything because you're a little bit seeing things how you want. Let's be real. We don't need to convert. We need to connect. Yes, Harmon, to what we once was, what we once were. Yes, what color is spirit and soul? The only commandment is you should not be racist. Well, we are hue man. So hue, this is a light. This is a ray of light. It's a freak. So there's many colors of light on the light spectrum. We are human, so we're all going to be colorful in many sorts of ways. And for people to judge on race, religion, color, sex, anything like this is stupid. We are souls. This is just a meat suit. Okay, this is just our temporary vessel, and that's why I like to use it as a what do you call it? What do you call it? As a canvas, right? I am my own canvas. That's why I like putting colors and changing my hair and playing dress up, right? Why not? This is your vessel. I can change it and wash it off as many times as I want, right? And you know, our religion should be love. This is one human. We are human beings. This isn't a human race. It was a human being, not a human doing. Do. Human being. We should be more of who we are and less of who we think we should be or who we're expected to be. Um, don't jump into rabbit holes. Yeah, you should jump into rabbit holes. Why not? Aries, what can you eat for your diet? You need to probably check into Ayurvedic and a bunch of other stuff. Um, you're a cold shade of death. I am. I am the angel of death, you guys. But I am an earth angel regardless. And everybody needs a soulmate. They need people to lead them to different places. So be grateful for your soulmate. Be grateful for the healthy choices and give kisses, smoochy boochies. Okay. Soul connection, partnership agreement, soul contracts. Know that everybody that comes into your life probably has some type of soul contract. Once you learn the lesson, you can take the blessing. You can cash it in. Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self love, self care, and being happier. So as you choose to say, okay, I learned my lesson. I'm ready for my blessing. Then that's when you get smoochies. That's when you get this unconditionally loving, giving, and receiving affection and able to fall in love because you said, okay, I'm making healthy choices now. I learned my lessons. Thanks for the blessings. I'm grateful for all the soulmates. I'm grateful for all the stuff. And as we acknowledge and talk through it and move through it, we and witness and hold space for each other through it, we can go a lot deeper together, right? We can go a lot farther together, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, and things will be definitely changing. Death equals rebirth equals light. Yes, exactly. Like people are always so scared that Scorpio is death, but it's also transformation, right? As there's an ego death, and there is also the rebirth. And now you have this new self. Maybe you have an old self. Maybe you have a different identity, right? If I put it this way, then I really look like Alice. Now it looks like a little hat for sure, right? So, anyways, it's just about understanding how you're seeing things and what is your patriarchal view and projection that has been programmed, right? Are you looking at women as evil? Are you looking at snakes as evil? Or are you looking at the circumstance of what happened and taking what you need to learn so you can receive your blessing and you can receive your lesson and know that not everybody has to suffer, excuse me, for other people's choices. Your choices, free will. You're in charge of your own choices. And that's just what it is. You're a royal hybrid human. Yes. With 8 million different species of life in me. You come to fulfill the law of love. Okay, that's what's up. We have a lot of this hybridization. Okay, I know all about this. Um, Same. My ancestral lineage is Lyran. I am Lyran High Priestess of royal lineage as well. But I do a lot of communication with the mantis and vibrate in higher densities, such like this. Where is your coffee and croissant? Where is mine? Where is mine? You know what I'm saying? Your name is BC the third. Okay. Contract void. Hello, everybody. Some egos never die. That's again a choice. That's a choice, right? Like masculine will understand that it's that's the strong male ego that has to die to understand that a female is actually creation. That creation itself is God, not father, not masculine, not paid as a woman. And the pussy is the portal between the heavens and the earth. It's what actually brings you. This is what actually creates you. Everybody came from a vagina. Even the alien hybrid, you were still birthed. Most of you guys are still birthed. For now, we're not being born in pods and reproduced. Well, we're working that direction. But you are very wise. Do you find getting a partner to match with us is difficult. So I look at it like this. So what I was told, the runner, or maybe they're all running away. Maybe they're running to me. No, runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Okay, so for many of you guys, this can be the problem is people are scared because they don't want to actually make that commitment. So for me, what I find is much harder. Some people find it a party trick that I can know things and that I'm psychic. Other people, it scares the shit out of them, right? Like this Harlequin vibe where it's like, oh, I don't want to, I don't want somebody like psychoanalyzing me all the time. And that's just like what you do because that's like what you do, right? Psychotherapy and psychoanalyzation and helping people and like, so for some people, they're like, I don't know that I want a full-time like psychotherapist and analyst. That can be a little bit too much because people have to see themselves for who they are. Um, so I find that a little bit difficult. I find yes and no. I find, like, for instance, many people that connect with me online, I find it easy to discuss, right? And that's why I create this channel is because it's meant to reach and to get whoever it's meant to get, right? I don't have to worry about who is receiving the message. I'm just the messenger. As the messenger, so what they told me a long time ago is I was supposed to come into this twin union. And when I came into twin union, we would birth the prophets of the future. Now, if the masculine chose not to do that, that regardless, like it was still my soul's path and mission to birth prophets of the future, to birth future prophets of the world. Okay. So in this process, what I realize is the ripple effect, right? And as we share the information and the knowledge, I'm seeing the ripple effect, the clap back, the slap back. I'm seeing all of that happening as we are throughout the world. And so I'm realizing a lot of what I'm sharing, I was holding fucking, that was terrible. I don't know why I was holding it because I was so excited to tell you guys. So as as I realized that a lot of these people are saying some of the same things, are sharing some of the same ideas, are touching base, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing posts, I'm seeing memes, I'm seeing this whole ripple effect. And so I realized, okay, well, regardless, I fulfill my mission, right? I became a prophet. I'm creating future prophets of the world, whether I birth them, okay, and this is where feminine being the creator, birthing this new era of women, this new era of bringing matriarchy back, doing all of this, I realize that it will bring the right frequency of people or whatever to me. Something that is for us is never going to miss us unless we make the choice to choose something different. So if you in your heart, Heidi, the same as me, say, no, I will have all of the people and all of the things that I need always, and and I will attract the right people. I will attract the right community, right? Because we're coming together in unity. So like, yes, is it really hard when you're smarter than most people to have conversations, or especially for dudes little tiny egos to listen to a woman that knows more, that can sense more, or that is more skilled or has more life skills, or just whatever, whether we speak, whether we do more things, whether we're more creative, whether we speak more language, it doesn't matter. Like there's always going to be something, and that is a problem with the masculine ego. Okay, most men should be like, fuck yeah, I want you on my team, like my team. You're like your team. You're like, I don't know, that person's fucking weird. Like your team, like I'm more on this. My team, right? Like my team, like I'm going through choosing who is going to be good to build and create communities and future systems with, and everybody and everything else is like dead to me. Like it doesn't matter, right? And that's where I stay. And that way it's bringing in more of these people, more of these aligned community members, more of these aligned people with the same visionary frequencies. Because if we keep maintaining in lower frequencies, if we keep lowering the bar, then we're not going to get the next thing. If you're just like, oh, well, I saw this little video this lady made. It was like she's ordering off the menu, the universe. She's asking the universe, she's like, oh, there's not much on here. I guess I'll just have the fries. And she looks around and everybody's like eating these elaborate meals. And she's like, how did you get that? And they're like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, that's not on my menu. And she's like, they're like, menu? What do you mean? There is no menu. You can have whatever you ask for. Like, this is an order from the universe, right? Like, you can get whatever you want. And she's like, well, what do you mean? But what do you mean? They're like, well, where did this menu come from then? And she's like, oh, it must be from your parents or old belief systems or something like that, that this is what you believe that you can eat or you can get or what you get to choose from, right? And she's like, what? And it's like, so what do you really want? And she's like, oh, well, she wanted this pasta that someone else was eating, but then it came over, they brought her the pasta and then it turned to fries because she was like waiting so long. She's like, oh, I should have just taken the fries. And the person was like, you have to really let the universe know what you want. So if you keep going back to below the bar exceptions, then the universe is going to say, okay, so you're cool with this then. So because we have a lot more suitors, we have a lot more friends, we have a lot more people, we have a lot more lessons that you can learn on this level frequency. If you still want it, if you still need more time, if you want to redo, if you want to go summer school, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to do another semester, that like we can give it to you. You might even get locked in for a few years of pregnancy. You never even know, right? You never even know. Like, do you want to keep running this game, or do you want to step onto the different court and play a new game with a different set of players that aren't playing you, that aren't here to play a game with you unless it's the game of life, right? Does that make sense? So, getting part in a math few years is hurt. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel that. I feel that. And many of us, uh, many of us have to say, okay, I'm hurt. But if you stay in that state, I'm hurt, everyone's always going to hurt me, everyone's always hurt me, then the universe is going to keep giving you more signals and synchronicities to confirm that. So sometimes it starts with making better friendships or making better with yourself. You love your food, don't mess. Excuse me. I don't know why I have the hiccups. All of a sudden, I love my food. Don't mess with me as soon as I know that I have to eat healthy, as I used to be a runner and found out I had heel spurs. Oh, so you are the runner. Okay. Now can't run, but can now ride with the bike as you haven't stopped. So there's many ways that we can eat healthy foods. Like, that's what I do, is I like make delicious things that are with other things for people. I love doing it. It's amazing. The mother of your kids thinks and says that you have mental problems when I speak the truth about things. Yeah, so maybe that's not your person. What do you mean? What did I miss? Oh, someone that wants to play dress up with me. I would love that. That would be even more amazing, right? Someone that likes to play dress up, of course. Of course, role play bitches. And they physically knock on your door, then I'll know they're real and serious. Yeah, but you have to also be in the space of like, I'm ready for this person to come to my door. Like, are you ready? Like, are you where you're like, like for me, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'll leave my house. Like, I'll make a gift, all this other shit. Like, I did it and it still didn't happen, like whatever. There's lots of um interference. There's lots of interference. There's been a lot of interference for a while. And so you can't hold that against, because if you're just like, this person's never going to show up, then divine masculine or divine feminine counterpart is never going to show up, because you're just like, I don't ever believe they're going to actually show up. There are 144,000 and the seven most powerful earth angels. Amazing. You were the strongest one. I don't know that earth angels would need to be saying that they're the strongest ones. That's a bit ego, but there is many. I have an angel deck. I'll bring it out for you next time, Harmon. There's many different angels that are here to assist us. Like I said, I am the angel of death. So how people choose, like, it's transformation, it's birth and rebirth, or death. It's up to you. Like, but either way, I'm a strong catalyst for people. They get to see. It's kind of like Medusa energy. They get to see their mirror. You're the one of the two. Your favorite villain, vice versa. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, and vice versa. Okay. Um, yeah, then there is a communication breakdown. Pickle pants. Pickle pants 8. There is a communication breakdown for you. You were saying the mother of your kids thinks she says that you have a mental problem when you speak to about things, and that's not something that somebody that you can speak everything to, and you need to figure out ways to communicate because you have other situations that you have to communicate. But you have to kind of be agree to disagree. Know that you're not going to agree on some things, and stop the need to prove, because again that's the narcissism, right? Like that is the fear, that is the keeping you in this loop of needing to argue about something. The disagreement, the constant disagreement, like that's not a healthy relationship. If you're not like, how can we figure out how to work this out together, like then you're fucking child's play. What grade are you in? Like, I don't mean you but them, just say, we need to be the adults for the children here, so what is the solution? And don't talk about anything more personal than that, because obviously that's not the person you should be sharing your emotions and your things with if she's calling you crazy. Maybe that's why they gravitate towards non-speaking English women. Yeah, that's probably you're true. You're true on that, Heidi. Um, that's why men typically date women that are 20 something years older than them, because they don't have the emotional intelligence to be with women their own age. So only girls that think that they're getting the special treat. And that's even fucking weird, right? We have to like knock that shit off as well too. Like that's fucking weird. Like even me, I'm in this weird stage where I'm just like weird, right? Like I'm at this age where I'm like, oh, I can date the guy, I could date his son, or I could date his daddy. And they would all be age appropriate for me to date any of them. But it's weird, right? Like it's weird. Like for me to date somebody that can be my son's age is fucking weird to me. For me to date somebody that's like my father's age or older than my parents is fucking weird for me. Like that's just weird. That's just an internal clock. Even if I'm not close to my family, that's just weird. Like it's weird. Um, does it mean that like there's not different soulmates and different people that we're supposed to sometimes share or come across or have the cross paths with and learn things? No, it doesn't mean that. And it doesn't, like I have a lot of people, a lot of older people that are friends. Why? Because I know that they've lived more life. They've got more shit to teach me, and that's what it is. But yeah, I do feel like that's why a lot of, there's so many people. I live in Asia. I live in Southeast Asia. So there's a lot of men that are over here with younger women that are half their age, half their size, and just think that they're in love, and all the time they're just doing what they have to do. And they don't care because they can't understand half of what you say either. You will rise again. Yes, you will. Already in the process. We were the first females before we became males. Yes, we were all females. We're all, even in the womb, we are females first before we choose to go males. Hey, sweet, thanks heaps. For direct messages, I don't direct message anybody. I really appreciate them. Unfortunately, I can't get married right now. I still think you're beautiful and love you loads. It's just really bad timing. ATM. What? I don't know who you are. Benny Bumfluff. No worries, my shadow had my phone. Okay. Well, you can only choose who chooses you whenever you know what you want. Exactly, Heidi. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, getting on another path. Yeah, be on your path and know what this is about. Pickle pants, you're right. Yeah, I mean, like if you know someone's going to be the same way that they're going to be, and you can count, like you can always, my grandfather always told me this, you can always count on somebody to be exactly who they show you that they are. So if they consistently show you who they are, then that's how they're going to that's how you're going to deal with them, right? And so you just need to have an awareness of that and be okay with that and forgive them for whatever, forgive them for the inability to properly communicate, to understand or to feel your feelings, right? Like, yes, you would feel that that person should because you had children with them, but it doesn't mean that they will. Like the next person or partner that you have come in, maybe the person that you actually get to express those, you know what I'm saying? Like that's possible. It's possible that there's different reasons for different seasons, different people to different times, right? Like different lessons. We're here to heal karmatic trauma, family karma, right? That's what this whole thing is about. And if we're here working on healing our trauma, then we're getting the blessings. If we learn the lesson and we process it and we integrate it and we digest it and we say, ah, then the ancestors are like, fucking great job. I know you really like that last thing, like that's what they've been telling me all week because I'm just like, I just really want my shit back, like I just really want my things. And they're just like, it's just things. It's just things like we can get him. Don't worry. We're gonna bend him over and spread those cheeks and ram it right up there. Ramrod it. Team Ramrod. They're gonna do it. But um, they're just like, but good because you had to choose. You had to choose. What was the most important? Your peace, your boundaries, your self respect over someone else's commands or demands? So you have to choose that, Pickle Pants. You have to choose that. You have to choose what is more important to me, my peace, someone understanding me. Because if someone isn't understanding you, then there's no point in continuing to try to share things with other people because those people are basically committed to not understanding you. They're committed to causing you disruption. They feed off of that chaos. They feed off of getting a heightened response out of you. Same with the kid who tried to do fucking reactive abuse shit to me and be like, if you're not here by now, and I'm like, bro, I just told you I can be there the soonest in an hour and a half. Like no sooner than I told you I could come. You know what I'm saying? You want to call it reactive abuse. If you're not here, I'm destroying everything. Blah, 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 blah. Like, all right, like, but your threats, your terroristic threats, right? Your demon-led actions have nothing like I physically, it's physically impossible for me to do anything faster than what I said I was going to do. Therefore, you're just making threats. You're just letting the demons control you and you're making fucking threats and you're demanding something that is physically impossible. So let that be a lesson for you, Pickle Pins. Is like it can be physically impossible for this other person to show compassion for you because maybe they're still hurt. Maybe they are still hurt, and that's not your job. That's their path. It's your job to deal with your stuff, just like you're hurt and you want to express something and share something, but they can't. They just think you're fucking mental. It's like go somewhere where somebody doesn't think you're mental. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Okay? The real people that are your people aren't gonna fucking judge you when you're like, bro, I did this because of that, and I can't even like explain it. It's like they're gonna be like, bro, don't even get into why you're explaining it. Just be like, bro, I can't deal with this today. And they're gonna be like, all right, cool. Let me know when you got that. Like there's not gonna be so much pushback. And you need to start recognizing the people that are causing this. And if you can't come to a communicative frequency, then you just gotta fucking classy block that shit. Classy block. If you can change the people around you, then you can change the people you hang around. Yeah, of course. You want to see who you are. Look out the 5 people you spend the most time with, and it doesn't mean you have to actually physically hang out with them. It could be the people that you talk to. And if you don't hang out with anybody, and all you do is watch certain fucking shows, and it can be like those characters on their shows. You're adapting that. That's called mirror neurons. So if you don't like how the people around you are acting, if you don't like all the fucking results, then boom, like that's what I did. I just was like fucking cut off like 1,300 something people, like all these people that I thought were my friends, not my fucking friends. Nobody cared. Nobody cared when they were trying to poison me. Nobody cared when I was asking for help. Everybody fucking laughed. So, you're gonna be laughing all the way home, right? It's like they were showing me the other day that this what's it called? not Little Red Riding Hood. Maybe that has something to do with you guys. You know, wolf in sheep's clothing. But they were showing me the little red hen, the hen, the little red hen. So this old, I don't know, we're going in this children's whatever, right? So the little red hen was like, I got all these wheat seeds. Who will help me plant the wheat? Who will help me water the wheat? Who will help me pick the weeds? Who will help me farm the wheat? Who will help me mill the wheat? Who will help me bake the bread? And nobody was trying to help her. Ain't nobody trying to help her. And then when all the bread got made, everybody's like, oh, fuck, that shit smells so good. That shit smells so good. Let me get some of that pie or bread or whatever. And she's like, no. And they're like, what do you mean? No, we're the homie. What you mean, sis? We homies. We go all the way back. She's like, yeah, all the way back to when I try to ask you to help me plant it, when I try to ask you to help me water it, when I try to ask you to help me weed it, when I try to ask you to help me pick it, when I try to ask you to help me process it, when I try to ask you to help me to make the bread. But ain't none of you were nowhere to be found for none of that. So who will help me eat the bread? Not you, not you, not you, not you, duck, duck, goose. I will eat the bread by myself and I will enjoy, as Lisa was saying before, that fucking cake. Yes, I made that fucking cake. And when that kid did all that shit, if somebody's like, did you tell him you're making him a birthday gift? I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm doing a fucking good deed for them. What the fuck is that? What? Like, I'm late because I'm buying your birthday present. Like, no, bro, if you're gonna be a bitch, that someone didn't show up when you demanded, when you showed up 12 hours early than the time they told you they could be somewhere, and then you still were fucking demanding they show up earlier, like, fuck you. You're an egotistical little bitch, and I don't care, right? Who will help me eat that cake? I will eat that cake. I ate that shit. That shit was fire. That shit was so fire. I even made fresh fucking peanut butter, like with the pestle and mortar, like with a wooden one. There's like these like peanut crumble, bro, for the top. Oh, that shit was super fire. Super fire. Born ready. Yeah, let's be born ready. You shouldn't be able to feel your energy. I feel so much energy, and I feel everything. I feel and see and hear everything long before, like that movie Lucy is really intense. She said that you need to go get help. Well, you do. You need to go find people that actually can hold space for you. They have programs like that, like you can call on, what do you call it? Fiverr or Upwork or something like this, or like emotional whatever. Sometimes it helps just to talk about things. Like sometimes it just helps. Like people just need to be seen and heard sometimes. Like that's a big part of it. But I would suggest talking to somebody else, talk to a different friend, talk to somebody else besides the person that doesn't like you trying to give you all the suggestions. Just a suggestion. Like this dude was like, oh, he was saying all this stuff that the girl was doing, and I met the girl, and I was like, I don't know about that. And then I saw this dude freak out and scream and do all this. Yeah, you bet your ass I was fucking gone the next day. Like I ain't trying to stay in a house, like even if it's in a whole different space from a person that is manic, bipolar, fucking fake. Like I can't do that. Like no, that dude needs to get some help. He probably needs to be on actual medication. I don't know your story. Like I don't know your whole story, um, but yeah, it's like you need to find somebody a different person, maybe a few different people. You can get like a second and third opinion for like hospital things. Like talk to some people. There may even be some places where you can go, like go to a fucking group or something like that, and just be like, I don't really, and share what you think. Like, I don't actually believe that I need help, but I'm here to share my story and get some feedback. Boom, boom, boom. Like what was that movie? The Fight Club, right? Like, go to the group or whatever. You can find all kinds of stuff, even on fucking Facebook or something like that. Hormone, you're 66 years. They have been trying to unalive you 24/7, and your blood heals all human diseases. Yeah, something like this, right? When you're a super healer, right? Like they do that. You're trying to do all these blood transfusions to me when I was younger and all this weird fucking shit, like exploratory surgeries. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And my mom was collecting money for letting them fucking use me like a bunny rabbit. How about that? And then saying that I wasn't actually able, and then collecting money that was left to me, saying I was disabled. How about that? How about that? They're in on the fucking cult and the cover and shit too. How about that? They've been systematically attacking me my whole life. That's what this whole thing is about, Hum. And if you came in at the end, you should watch it. I'm about to end. I'm about to end the feed, but that's what I started about. Was that these people have been attacking since uh, we were children. That's why all this. I guess that's why my inner child really wanted to come out, talk about all this stuff. Does everyone in life get justice, do you think, for the wrong that was done to them? It may not happen in your lifetime or maybe to your mm, expectations, but yes, karma definitely does come back around. Now, some of it can be held ancestral. Now, these people that have been attacking collective for fucking lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, like now their karma is reverting back through generations. Okay, so that means their bloodline is being cursed, which means now they'll keep having the same karma over. So they actually gain karma back that they may have already fixed. This can happen. People can come in into different areas of the timeline of the ancestral healing and karma, and this can actually happen. You can curse your bloodline. You can do that. People can do that because they don't understand. You want to play with magic, you don't understand. And they're like, well, whatever, I'm only living this long. Like, no, you're going to have to keep reincarnating for that bloodline, and you're going to have to learn all those fucking lessons. Like, unaliving yourself, like, that ain't going to do you no good either. It's going to be even worse. You're going to come back with fucking times 100. And it is like that. We're going to live for thousands of years. So what's the difference between 960 and 1,000? I don't understand what you're talking about, but your person betrayed you and then got their biggest breakthrough inheritance soon after. I feel like the universe rewarded them for doing you wrong and punished me instead. I don't get it. It can revert back. It can revert back. So if that person did that, then something might come back. Like, here's the thing, is the person that does the thing to you, you don't always get the revenge or the benefit from that person or that scenario, right? Like, so many people took so many things from me. Like, does that mean all those people return them to me physically? Those actual individual people? No. But did I manifest like multiple boats and all kinds of stuff and traveling around the whole world? Yes. So did it come back to me? Yes, to a different extent. Not from that person, not the way, not in the same thing. I didn't get, when they beached my boat, I didn't get my same boat back. I didn't get, you know what I'm saying? But I actually did get to travel the world, and now I live on a fucking island, right? I live in paradise. So it's like, again, that's why we started off with talking about little gratitude things, because when we're in a state of gratitude, then we can say we want more of this. It's about that. It's about creating the dynamic of the differentiation, right? When you say this doesn't feel good, then that happens, right? Then something else. Now, if you just keep thinking, if you're focusing all your energy on this person that hurt you and that they were hurting you, then the universe is going to keep giving you more signs and signals, like you're saying, that is going to keep hurting you, because that's what you're saying. That's what you're asking more for. That's what you're letting play on repeat. Like, imagine there's a scratch in the record, or scratch on the CD, and it's like, like, are you gonna go change the song? Yeah, you're gonna change the fucking song. You may even change the whole record. So you may change a location. For some of you guys, this may mean you may be changing location. Okay, you may be changing jobs. You may be changing living locations. You may be changing partnerships. You may be changing cities, states. I don't know. Um, but if you feel punished, then they're going to give you more punishment. If you feel blessed, like, oh, fucking thank God they got that the universe removed them from me, from my space. And maybe that's what happened to you, right? I don't know. I don't know the whole thing, right? Like, right? Like maybe that person needed to betray you in order to remove them because the blessings that you're about to receive, they actually don't need to get any. And maybe you're gonna get back what they all got. Like maybe they lose all their shit. Maybe they blow it on a bad fucking bet or something. You don't know. You don't actually know. And there can be like some fucking crazy plot twist. You know, like the divine is pretty good at that. That's why it's really important that you guys ask. 634. Okay. It's really important that you guys ask for help, for guidance, for to to take the lessons that you learn to become better. Like don't ask to be stronger unless you need to be stronger because they're going to give you a bunch more lessons. So if you ask to be stronger or to bring in your true person and that's what happened, then they're putting you through this test in order, are you going to pass? Are you going to go back? That's right. That's right, PP, pickle pants. God don't let nothing go unpaid. That's right. And now it's like debts are being fucking cashed in. Like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Karmic debts are being passed in because we're about to go to the top. We're top dead center. We're Aries. We're starting new. And so it's like boom, boom. We got to settle the score. It's like if you work in a store or a restaurant, you know, like before you close, before someone else comes on, before the next fucking season starts, whatever, you have to do all the paperwork, all the fucking accounting, all of that. That's basically what's happening right now on a universal level. So just say, I'm ready for show me how good it can get. You come to bring peace, prosperity, abundance for thousands of years. New book, new earth, new heaven. Yeah, I mean, I believe this is just a new era. We're not Earth is Earth is the fucking slum, right? Earth, that we're going into a new era. Okay, let's level up this level of consciousness because Earth, as we know it, is actually the top level of hell and the bottom level of heaven, right? It's this state that we're stuck in because the Matrix. Some people are clueless who Karma is. Karma is a witch. Karma was a witch. Karma is a witch. They can have it. Yeah, let them. They're gonna know. They're gonna know. It's all gonna come. It's all coming back to them now. Whatever. Yeah, but you don't want to be the coward and leave your kids. You you have to look at it like this. What is a better example for your children? You being stable and sturdy and mentally stable, emotionally stable, physically stable in order to provide and teach your children? Or is you physically suffering because what you're programming to your children is to suffer through something if it's not for you? You're teaching them to stay in abusive situations. Now, it's not always good just to remove yourself, but sometimes it does resolve the problem. So maybe start by a separation or something like this. See how it goes, right? See how people actually see when you're actually going to be gone and you're not participating in the bullshit anymore. And schedule something where you maybe take your kids with you and go do something or whatever. You know, I don't know. I can't you have to schedule a private session to get like deeper into that because yeah, you don't want to leave your kids, but you also don't want to teach your kids to be in unsupportive or abusive situations either. That's real shit. Um, you value your peace and freedom. Yes. A man, what to be trusted and respected. Yeah. So we have to really call in the people that see us and understand us and trust us and respect us. But if we don't see ourselves and we're not being honest with ourselves and with our needs, and this is where the boundaries comes into play. Like actually, I really need someone is willing to listen to me and to connect with me, or at least attempting to understand like why I'm experiencing these emotions or why I'm feeling this way, right? Like this is really important to me. Like this is a level of intimacy that I need to be met, right? Is like emotional intelligence. is like actual intelligence, right? I'm very sapiosexual. So, like, for me, I'm just like, when people are like, hey, let's chat, and then just like, what you up to, or whatever dumb shit like that, I'm like, bro, like, I don't even respond to that shit. Because if you can't even type out whole words to talk to me, like, we're not going to be able to have an in-depth conversation. That's for fucking sure. If you can't even type out words, like, I'm good. Like, that's what, you know? Um, Wandering, a first time watcher, cruising, beautiful, divine timing, you happened upon your life, radiant, thank you, inspirational, uplifting, calling it out, thank you for your instant subscription. Yeah, okay, pickle pants, thank you, wandering wanderer, big love. Yeah, when you ask for their help, they don't move a finger, but when they ask for my help, you're always there for them. Yeah, this happens a lot. And, my ex really um, thought that he was doing a lot more than he was because he was, um, what do you call it? Because he was there because he was there a lot of the time. But it's like, imagine what it's like to be with somebody and feel like you're alone, right? Like this is a real thing. And it's like they get used to it. This is something that they get used to. And it's like if you can't express, if I can't have an actual conversation with you, if I can't express my emotions, my feelings, if I can't share with you how something is hurting me or how you're not showing up in a way that I really need you to as your partner, if you can't do that without deflecting, without anger, without aggression, without what is it when they yeah, it's like deflection, right? It's like when they automatically put it back on you, right? Like I've had so many narcissists in my life, and that's the first thing is it's like, oh, well you're crazy. Well, I'm always, and it's like deflection, deflection, deflection. And so when you can't even express, like when you get to the point where they're not even willing for you to express what you're feeling or what you're experiencing, then yeah, that you've hit a block, you've hit a wall, you've hit a blocking point. So yeah, you maybe need to go to marriage counseling. I do sessions. Um, you can email me about that. Wishing you all the love in the world. Satan only loves you. Hello. Satan loves anybody that he can convince otherwise. Salute my bell. Vas tu. You live in Allegra. Soul King concert. Uh, what? You are Yusuf. You live in you want me. This is a bot? Or are you just trying to make sure I read it? What you see, what you say. Is what it is. You put 100 of them in here. um, that's like tomorrow. Today is the 30th of March. I don't know you. But um I'm interested. You can email me, send me some more details. I'm interested in what all of this is. That's funny. If you can cover all the costs, and I'm sure you have somebody to send me all the details too, right? um, yes, ma'am. Yes, pickle pants. Like I do uh, couples couples sessions as well. Sometimes we can get to the bottom of things. Thank you, collective. Thank you. Thank you, peace. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. And as always, if you're out here doing the work, I love you. I'm proud of you. If nobody told you today, you're awesome. Keep going, keep pushing, keep shining, keep creating your boundaries, calling on your protection and your guides, your spirit teams, your angels. Call for help, call for clarity. They are there to assist you and they want to assist you. and they love you and they want to protect you and they want to help you in this ascension. Keep clean thoughts and actions, words and deeds, you guys. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and drop a comment, like, and subscribe. If there's specific information that you want to know, drop a comment below a video or something like that, or email me. Um, and as always, my information is down below if you want to support further. I appreciate that. I love you guys. Um, she doesn't need help. You're the only one that needs help. Yeah. Well, people like to point the finger, but we all have to work on ourselves. So the best you can do is remove yourself or say that you're going to remove yourself and work on yourself. I don't know. That's the best. That's what I did. That's what I did with my partner. I said, listen, I need to be alone. I need to work on myself. You go and you be with by yourself and you work on yourself. And, he went and worked on a bunch of other selves and other than himself and never spent any time with himself. And, that just shows me like this person isn't committed to growth. They're not committed to knowing and healing themselves because they are so narcissistic. They are so codependent that they constantly need someone else feeding their ego. So sometimes narcissists also do that. They need other people to validate that they're wrong or that you're crazy and they're not because they can point the finger. You're doing this and you're doing that and you're the problem. So if I'm the problem, am I the drama? Am I the drama? And then just remove yourself and then see if the drama is still existent or if it's still coming from the same place, right? Like that's what I did. I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna be angry and have a whole fucking tantrum? Like, that's cool. Like, let me know when you chill out. Like, classy block. 100% am not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not today, Satan. Not tomorrow. Not ever. Thank you. As always, guys, infinite blessings, love, and light. Ciao for meow. Zofia out. Smoochie.